Started my 114th.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did, they gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone or just taking a deep, calming breath to ground yourself. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-499-1424. 800-499-1424. 800-499-1424.
You can listen to Vern's On Deck Show starting 1 hour before first pitch for all 162 games this season on 96.5 The Fan and the Odyssey app. Get ready for the game with Touch 'Em All and listen for your chance to win Royals tickets during the pitch clock. We are in your car, we are on your phone, and we are free for every Royals game this season. Tune in to Vern's On Deck Show 1 hour before first pitch, right here on your home for Royals baseball.
Hey,
96.5 The Fan.
96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
I'm glad you made coffee and brought it in here. There was like a funk in this room.
Oh, was there? Who was here last night? Oh, Binkley was in last night. Yeah, I was listening to him a little bit last night driving home from our soccer game. Guess what topic he was discussing yesterday, Dusty?
Arm length.
No, good call though. That's on the bingo card. Mac, do you know what topic Jay Binkley was discussing yesterday when I tuned in? Now remember, when Josh says he always tunes in, he hears something that Binkley's been doing for 1,000 years. So you said arm length. Great guess. Absolutely phenomenal guess. But no, that's not what I heard. I'm sure it happened at some point in the show yesterday, right?
Hand size.
No, not hand size, but I'm sure that did occur at some point in the show yesterday. Mac, do you have a guess of what Jay Binkley was talking about when I tuned in yesterday?
Was it his Chiefs need to add a wide receiver every year monologue?
No, it was not, but that's very good. It's a very good guess. That would have been on there as well. No, what Jay Binkley was discussing yesterday is the draft being the most important sporting event.
Lean into it. Yeah. Lean into it.
And he's on there, and I am dying yesterday, and he's on there. They had a guest on, I don't know who. We were in the car, kind of caught up, and I hear Binkley go, hey, 3 days, everybody's talking about pick. That it's one of the most important watched events of the sports calendar, he said yesterday. And so there it was, and all I could do was laugh and laugh and laugh and go, oh, God, Dusty, I can't wait to tell you this one, because there's Jay out there doing what Jay does, telling you about the draft being one of them. Oh, Carter!
Whoa!
Carter! Carter, get up! Get up, Carter! I got pancakes on the griddle. Ma, leave me alone! I don't want to play today. Carter, get up! Get bent.
I think this is his alarm clock.
Man, I'm going back to sleep.
What is your alarm? Do you guys have?
Dude. Every day, 4 a.m., dude.
Yep, absolutely.
I think I got it right here, actually. It's like it's set.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have, but the tone that you have.
Mine is...
Yeah, it's this. Here you go.
All right. Oh, you got that one, huh?
Yeah. This is, oh, God.
Yeah.
Again.
Here is, let me see if here's mine. See if I can play this one. Play the damn thing.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Down by the seaside. Yeah, it's a good one. No, it's terrible when you hear that alarm.
When you hear
I hate these sounds.
But you know what? When the alarm goes off, you know what I do? I get my ass out of bed.
Right away.
Right away. Been doing it for 27 years. I figured it out. Getting up at this time of day. 27 years. Damn. How old are you?
27. 27.
Your entire life, I've been getting up before 5 a.m. I have no sympathy for people who can't be on time and people who can't get up. And that's just me, because that's what I do. That's my whole thing, my philosophy. I get up in the morning. You should as well. So your alarm goes off. Be an adult. Get to work. But Vinny did not seem thrilled by that.
This one's mine.
Yeah, no wonder you miss your alarm.
Yeah, no wonder, man. That puts you back. You got to be bold. You got to be wiser. That's what that sounded like.
Yeah, I need to go back to having just like screamo music as my alarm. I used to do that in high school.
Yeah. Get up.
All right, I'm up.
Yeah.
Wake the F up.
Exactly. And most of the time, I'm even up before the alarm. Carter!
All right, let's discuss it. Obviously, if you missed it yesterday, I don't know how you did. The Twins didn't. They've already decided to come out and troll the Royals. Hey, how about you win a series against us first? That's how I'll start with that, because they did set their alarm on X. They put, don't forget to set your alarms for tomorrow. See you bright and early. And they've got, like your typical girlfriend who sets 16 alarms. They go off all throughout the morning.
It's Hannah does this.
Really? See, I've never been in that experience. I'm up before everybody. Never had that before.
Luckily, I only experience it once a week when she has to wake up before me for a clinical. But yes, it is 15 alarms. She doesn't wish. I wake up before her still. I'm like, okay.
What time does she get up if she has to go in for a clinical thing?
Like 4:15, and I wake up like 4:30. But I'm up.
You're up already.
Yeah, she's going through her 10th alarm at 4:45. I'm out of the shower.
Right, exactly. But she's not used to it, if you say. But I will say this: after 27 years, you never get used to doing it. Right? It's never a natural thing to get up before the sun comes up. You just adjust and adapt, and you just do. And so that's why I look around and I'm like, oh, you missed your alarm. You're talking to the wrong guy on that one. But I'm usually up before the alarm too. That's where it is now. I'm sure you guys are probably falling into that a little bit as well, where your body gets adjusted and then all of a sudden it's like your alarm set for 4:30 and it's 4:20 or 4:15, 4:10. You're like, all right, I might as well just get up, because going back to sleep for those final 10, 20 minutes, that's the worst, because then you really wake up and feel like crap. So when that body clock goes off, man, the best guess is, or best advice I should say, is just get out of bed.
So yesterday you saw the lineups come out, and then they changed, and they were edited because Carter Jensen, the story was that he had overslept, and this was Carter after the game in the clubhouse.
Yeah, I mean, no run from it. Just didn't wake up to my alarm, slept through it. Don't really have an excuse. Nor should I. It sucks. Happens. Feel like I let teammates down, coaches down. So, just learn from it and just know it won't happen again.
So first layer of the cake that we'll get to here, he owned it. He stood in front of the media. He answered the questions. That was part of the job. That was probably what Q probably made him do. And he owned it. And I look, he missed his alarm. He slept in. He missed the game. I don't think it's a terrible look for the franchise. I don't think it's a terrible look for Carter Jensen. I think it's a young mistake. He's a rookie. He's 22 years old. He owned it. He stared in the face of the microphones and the camera and came out and said it and wasn't a jerk about it. Said what he said. Did what he did. Owned it. Had to miss the game. Got benched. And then Vinny Pasquantino, the mouthpiece of the team, gave his sort of sentiment on the situation.
Yeah, I mean, you got a 36-year-old catcher who's preparing to DH today, and then his world gets a little rocked that an hour and a half before the game, he's not going to be DHing. So you credit to Salvi today for being ready. First and foremost, we're glad Carter's okay, right? I mean, that was kind of the initial thought when you're trying to get a hold of his parents and everything like that, to just make sure everything's okay. But once you find out he's okay, it's like, all right, it's a growing moment. He's really young. There are some things that cannot happen, and that's one of them. So he's going to have to wear it on the chin, the same way anybody would have to. So it can't happen. And, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But it's one of those things that you can't afford mistakes like that in this game. So just gotta move forward the best that he can. I know he feels really bad. I know that it was not his favorite drive to the field this morning, but it wasn't our favorite morning either. Trying to figure out what was going on. So, he'll learn from it, grow up a little bit, and we're here for him though. It's not like anybody's mad at him. Things happen, but you got to learn from mistakes like that, and maybe get another alarm clock or something at home.
Vinny was awesome. That was absolutely fantastic. What that reminded me of was a dad. That was a dad moment right there for Vinny Pasquantino. And I know he doesn't have any kids yet, but that's kind of how you handle the situation with your kid. I'm not happy with you. I'm not letting you off. I'm not giving you a free pass. Don't ever effing do it again. I mean, that's exactly what that is. You had your one mistake now. You had your one misstep. You don't get any more. And him at the beginning, we had a 37-year-old catcher who, an hour and a half before the game who wasn't going to plan to catch is now jumping back there behind the dish and having to catch. And I know that's a baseball excuse, day game after night game and all of that kind of nonsense that baseball will roll out there. But when you're not prepared to do something, whatever it is in life, and all of a sudden you get this curveball thrown at you and you got to adjust, it takes a minute for you to adjust to kind of get your sea legs under you. So, yeah, I'm sure there was a little bit of a jolt to the system for Salvi yesterday, too. Sorry, man, you're going to have to get back there and catch. Carter's sleeping. But at least he's fine, At least he's okay.
I look at it as he's a young kid who overslept, and I look at it more so from the aspect of this is well done by Matt Cottrero. And I'll tell you why. He didn't handle it. He told his team to handle it. So he leaned on his captain to come in during an off day or a half day and go catch. And Salvador Perez, I don't think it's that big of an issue. I don't think his world was rocked.
No, I don't think it was
I
either.
think that's a little hyperbolic there, but that's fine. Hey, Sal, you're going to catch. Sweet.
All right, cool.
Wow, okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
right, cool.
So he catches. The captain, he steps up, doesn't complain, knows his way, goes in there, does whatever. Then your mouthpiece, this could be a captain moment in the works, in Vinny Pasquantino, goes out there and kind of has like a diss sandwich with a little bit of a compliment in the middle, right? Yeah. Hey, we called his family. We're at least happy he's okay. You can't do this. He did it. I'm sure this drive to the ballpark sucked. I guarantee you it sucked.
Oh, God, yeah.
Now you're in the doghouse of the manager. You know that. You know how you get out of the doghouse of the manager? Go out there and prove that you don't do it again, and go out there and be a productive player. So these people on the text end, they're like, get his ass back to Omaha.
Oh, come on. We're not doing
Let's
that.
relax. But your team handled it. Your young kid faced the media, had an embarrassing moment, and had to answer to it. As Vinny said in his audio, he has to wear it on the chin. Boy, did he. Sweet chin music from HBK right there, embarrassment 101. Vinny Pasquantino, the mouthpiece of your locker room, he went out there and addressed the situation. Not like Vinny's out there playing his ass off in the first 6 games of the season, but you know what? That's not all his game is. His other part of his game is being that mouthpiece of the locker room, and he did that. And then he threw out like that little smart-ass comment at the end, like maybe he needs to get a different alarm clock.
Yeah.
That's funny in the moment. Yes, it's hilarious, but you know what? He overslept. If it was an issue of he had been out all night and partied his ass off and he was still hammered from the night before, then yes. But you know what? He overslept an alarm clock. You know what he didn't do? He didn't fall asleep drunk in a drive-thru at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah. Or roll his car and, make phone calls out there and try to tell everybody who they are.
No, he overslept.
He overslept. It happens,
And somebody on the text line says it's a terrible look. And I said it's not a terrible look. And explain why it's not a terrible look. It's a hiccup. It's not a great look. But it's not like he did anything catastrophically terrible. He overslept. The Royals lose. They win a series. We move on.
Probably don't win that game anyway with Carter Jensen in the lineup or catching. You lost 5-1 yesterday. You gave up a lot of home runs, and so it wasn't. You weren't going to win that game whether Carter was in the lineup or not. But it's a growing moment. It's a grow up moment. It's time to be an adult moment for Carter Jensen now. And now he doesn't get any more free passes. Everybody gets a free pass. Everybody makes a mistake. You figure it out. You could tell in Vinny's tone the clubhouse was not happy yesterday, though. I mean that was the tone of a very stern father yesterday who was pissed off at his kids, still loves them, still going to support them and do everything he can for them as he should, but he's mad. And it's okay to get angry and it's okay to voice that frustration because That's being held accountable. We talked last week about it, right? About guys not being held accountable in sports, and then they're driving around with 3 pounds of weed in their trunk trying to sell it across state lines, and they just keep getting away with everything. That was accountability yesterday. That team held Carter accountable yesterday. I hope they gave him a wedgie, too. I mean, I think that's worthy of a wedgie, right? Sleeping in, you got to give that guy maybe an atomic wedgie even at that point in time. But, I mean, hopefully he learns, and we'll see. If he learns and we never hear something like this again, then it worked, and we move on. But if this becomes a habitual thing, then there are going to be issues, and there are going to be certain things that you're going to have to do to kind of take control of Carter Jensen. But, for me, you move on, man. It was a big mistake by him, a terrible mistake when you're that young of age, but nobody was injured. Nobody died. Nothing was lost because of that. You go back and you say, I effed up, you own it, and you move forward. And let's see if this happens again. If it does, then you got more questions to answer. But I'm going to go on the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say this is probably the last time we're going to see this from Carter Jensen, or quite frankly, anybody oversleeping and not being able to make it to a 1 o'clock game. I mean, come on.
And it'll be, I guarantee you this will be something that they just joke about. Like, it would be great if, like, the Royals, when Carter Jensen comes up to bat Friday night, tonight, let's say he bats tonight, and his walk-up music is an alarm
clock. Yeah. Funny.
It's an embarrassing look, and depending on where you look at terrible and embarrassing in the world of comparisons, I don't think terrible and embarrassing are in the same field. Now, I might be wrong. I might be a biased homer, if that's what you want to call me, but we've all overslept. We've all done it. Again, he wasn't in like a ditch. He wasn't rolling his car. He wasn't drunk. He wasn't on a police body cam getting arrested. He overslept. You're a young kid. Now, do better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was saying. Do better. That's all it is. So we'll move on.
You think he was playing video games all night?
I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. But not just Bill Self could be coming back to Kansas or not. We'll discuss that. Plus, the odds to reach the national championship are out, and there's some disrespect out there for one individual team. We'll talk about it next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Boy, do we have timing around here. Let me tell you about my friends over at Heartland Men's Health. Right now, guys, hey, if you're feeling like you got some low T and maybe you're sleeping poor, you don't have energy, brain fog, reduced sex drive, and making it difficult for you to stay in shape, well, that could be a low testosterone issue, and it's a real issue for many men. And as we all know, a healthy body plays a major role in overall health and well-being. But more than this, Heartland Men's Health can help men lose weight, support metabolism, improve gains in the gym, and so much more with 4 targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more. And with the low T treatments combined with body composition programs, most men are noticing real improvements. They have more energy, they're focused better, and they have improved sleep. Plus, stronger workouts, and guys, often a renewed sex drive as well. My friends at Heartland Men's Health can help you find out if you have low T. Just schedule an appointment today and go see them. Most men wait a year or longer. There's no need to wait. Don't ignore the signs. Call them today and take the first steps towards feeling better. Schedule that appointment. They'll do all your lab work and have your results within 30 minutes. The cost of the appointment is only $99, which includes that medical consult, a TMPSA test, and if you sign up for testosterone treatment on the day of your appointment, your visit's free. They have 3 locations, Overland Park, Independence, and in North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Things are really heating up in the college basketball tournament, and FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up until the big championship game. Build a same-game parlay for your shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in right after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. So just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your first profit boost and keep the action going now until the big championship. Take advantage of FanDuel College Basketball Profit Boost to build a parlay or use it live betting right after tip-off every single game day. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and over and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Call Hamilton today for our $79 mainline drain cleaning special. The pros at Hamilton will inspect your drains with video camera technology to pinpoint exactly what is needed to clear those clogs and help prevent expensive drain repairs. The expert technicians at Hamilton are ready 7 days a week to solve your problem the right way, the first time. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 5-star reviews are great reasons to trust Hamilton. Visit callhamilton.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions.
License number 2025-11121.
Bring the flavor home with Gates. Gates seasonings are perfect for everything: meat, chicken, fish, and veggies. Sprinkle it on or mix it in to enhance your favorite dips and dressings. Don't forget, Gates sauces and seasonings are available at your local grocery store, so you can enjoy that rich, smoky taste anytime. Visit any of their 5 locations to dine in. Pick up or grab a Gates party tray for your Easter gathering. Celebrating 80 years of serving Kansas City. Gates Barbecue. Thanks with love.
Hey guys, it's Rob Brennan from The Drive on 96.5 The Fan, and we're excited to announce the launch of Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series documenting the run-up to the upcoming World Cup with our friends over at 98.1 KMBZ.
And I'm Scott Parks from Dane & Parks on KMBZ. Beyond the Pitch KC features the biggest names who helped make the World Cup in Kansas City possible. And there was a lot of work, plus the major storylines heading into this summer's tournament.
This is so much more. This isn't just a podcast about soccer.
No, you're right, Rob. It's a podcast about Kansas City, for Kansas City, telling the story of how our town is hosting the world's biggest sporting event.
New episodes drop every Wednesday starting on March 4th, along with video clips that can be seen on 96.5 The Fan and KMBZ social channels.
So make sure you subscribe. Download Beyond the Pitch KC with Rob Brennan and myself, Scott Parks, on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ready to celebrate? Hop into Easter festivities with everything you need at Target. First, get ready for your special occasion with 25% off stylish looks. With spring vibes, vibrant colors, and fresh florals, you'll find outfits that match everyone's style. Then, fill up their baskets with endless joy. From select Easter plushies to fun toys they'll love at 20% off. Don't miss out. Make this Easter unforgettable at Target.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by New Century Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, just 20 minutes south of Kansas City, where you'll always pay less in Paola. On the Kansas side, 35 northbound, things look good. Trip from Olathe into downtown is 20 minutes. New Century Ram, Jeep, and Dodge in Paola keeps it simple. Honest deals without big city overhead. Shop new and used cars, trucks, Rams, and Jeeps. And for 2026, the powerful V8 Hemi is back in Ram trucks. Just 20 minutes south of the city. Could save you thousands online at New Century Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Well, you can't make it up. Have a segment about an alarm clock and Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. This is Carter Jensen.
It's unbelievable. It was like the other day we were talking about the closer who's now on the disabled list, right? And then he comes on and says, you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, Carlos Estevez. I'm like, you can't time this any better. And this, look, it's happened with Chris Jones, too, during Chiefs season, right? I mean, we've had it a number of times where we're having a serious conversation, and then Mac fires up the guy's liner who we're talking about, like you had it planned.
Yeah, it's just random.
That's a good producer on your part, man, having that ready to go.
Wish I could take credit for that. We had a text like, "Oh, Mac, that's crazy." I'm like, "No, dude, this is just random."
We used to call it like the 610 curse back in the day because no matter what we did, it was like that guy stinks. Who you talking about? I don't know, Frank Smith. This is Frank Smith. every time. I mean, every single time it happens. It's so good. And it's good that the listeners pick up on it, too, because that means you're in tune and you're laughing as much as we are at that.
Bob Fescoe, like 6 months ago, if I'm Chris Jones, I get my ass up off the play and we keep going. We'll be right back on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan with Fescoe and Dusty. Chris Jones. Great. We look like Richards.
That's all right.
There were a ton of Tiger Woods memes that went around yesterday, and I think this was one of the better ones. It's him with the photo where he's on the one knee with the arms over the knee with the glasses, backwards hat, and the tweet says, listening to my Little League coach yell at us due to the stress over his impending divorce while I think about how I'm going to tell him I left my cleats at home. Tiger's just... That's so
That's so true. I mean, he pulled the ultimate Ron Burgundy yesterday, too. Do you know who I am? I'm a very important person.
man.
I've got many leather-bound books. I mean, my God. The do you know who I am people are the absolute worst. Like, did you guys see the Justin Timberlake video?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He didn't even want to admit who he was in that situation.
He's like embarrassed.
Tiger's immediately like, I know everybody in the world. I can call them. They're all in my phone. Let's go. And I mean, like, you know who I am? I'm Tiger Woods. I got to play in the Masters next week. And Justin Timberlake's like, my name's Justin. You know, what do you do? It's karaoke.
No, he also said, this is really going to hurt the tour. And the guy goes, what
tour?
Oh, dang it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was not good day for Tiger yesterday.
No,
Those
not a
clips
good
were
day at
not-
all.
no.
I don't think people will take sympathy for Tiger Woods.
No,
I think
it's your
those
fourth
days
time.
are done, man. Like the sympathy days for Tiger Woods, they're gone.
Well, it's like we were just talking about Carter Jensen, 22 years old, his first mistake. I mean,
And he
Tiger was a
overslept.
grown-ass man.
Tiger's driving around banged up, man.
Fourth time he's done this.
Putting other people's lives in jeopardy.
Yeah,
Carter slept in.
Yes, grown-ass man, Tiger Woods.
Grown.
Grown.
55-year-old grown-ass
Is he
man.
that old?
Close to it.
Has to be,
But
right?
I thought he was more closer to my age
okay.
at 49.
I think he's like 50
But
because he can do the senior
He can do
tour.
the senior tour. He is like 50, 51, right? I think right in
They
that.
told him to come over.
50 years old.
50 years old,
Yeah.
and he's got his fourth DUI now.
Come on, man.
And how many cars has he rolled? And Carter slept in, and it's not even the same. I mean, Tiger
you're a
Woods.
father,
Tiger Woods is a societal nuisance. Carter Jensen slept in.
He's 22.
They said, sir, can you come over here, please? Sorry, I was talking to the president.
Yeah. Get bent.
I don't give a rip.
I don't
Get
think you
your
know
ass
how
over here
important I am.
and show me how Dante Culpepper used to celebrate throwing touchdowns.
Yeah, what was that, too? That was the weirdest, sobriety test
Somebody
out there.
said they knew he was locked in for the Masters because he was taken after Akshay Bhatia's putting stroke to the stern.
That's good.
They said, imagine going from Tiger Woods to E.T. in 10 minutes.
The ET memes were out there, too, yesterday.
Yes.
I mean, everything is like...
Elliot.
I mean, but Tiger,
Sadler.
Tiger is now he's become exactly what you don't want to become. The
A
butt
meme?
of every joke and a meme. Yeah. In 2026 terms, a meme, right?
Yes.
That's where Tiger Woods is now.
There are people making driver head covers with his mugshot.
Yeah. I mean, this guy went from the greatest ever to the greatest punchline ever. I mean, and you watched a career dissipate right before your eyes. I mean, I don't know that we've seen anybody go so high to so low as Tiger Woods. I don't think there's anybody out there that I can even equate this to, where this guy dominated his sport and then fell off a cliff so deep that, he fell off that cliff basically in 2009 when his wife beat his car up with the golf club, right? Really hasn't been the same since.
Made
That's
one of the greatest
17
sports comebacks of all time 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And now has done it again to himself.
Yeah, has done it again to
Groundhog
himself.
Day.
Yeah,
Gosh,
it is. I mean, can you
it's
imagine?
sad.
And that's where I look at guys with all the talent in the world who waste it like Tiger did. And he did. He played great and then absolutely wasted the last 17 years. And you don't get those years back, man. You just don't. Life moves at a rapid pace. And when you waste time, you regret it, and you don't get it back. Tiger Woods, Dusty, was on track to be the greatest golfer in the history of the world. He was going to pass Jack. It was going to be no question that he was going to pass Jack. And then all of a sudden, life took over, and Tiger Woods never had that opportunity because of himself. It's nobody else's fault.
Yep.
This is all on Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I think I think he just has a lot of demons, man. I think it starts with Earl.
Yeah, Earl was not a help.
Childhood trauma a lot of times affects people throughout their entire life. I know people that I grew up with today, that like they didn't have either like a father figure or a mother figure in their life, and there's always that sort of, or they had that, catastrophic moment in their life where maybe they lost a parent in like the teenage years and they never really rebounded from it. So, it's tough. I hope he gets the help that he says he's going to do. I don't believe him. I think he's just going to go to some private island and just live his life without cameras and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, probably. And then the last Tiger Woods joke that I saw yesterday that I thought was hilarious was the release of Topps' cards with the NFL as they were going to put the patches, right? So if you won awards, so you got the Barkley, Allen, Jaden Daniels, and then there's another guy that was the rookie 2 years ago. And he's got his gold patch or whatever acknowledgement. They said, is Tiger Woods going to have a 101 card with pieces of shrapnel from the car?
That would be good. I'd be in like paint chips.
It would sell.
It would. Oh, absolutely, it would sell. If you could get him to autograph a card with his mugshot that had a paint chip from the rollover in it. Oh yeah, that thing
he would do that.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. He probably needs the dough right about now.
Right, and I think obviously what we know about Tiger is that it wasn't alcohol. It was pain pills. And I think what happened was he's been injured ever since the back went down. We remember the drive where he breaks down and everyone was like, oh my gosh, Mr. Amazing is actually human. And I think he probably has a bit of an addiction with the way the pain feels to what it doesn't feel like when he takes these, because they found a couple in his pocket with the chapstick. And then the craziest thing they found on Tiger Woods was the money clip.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that or not. It was literally like a clip with money in it. A billionaire with just stranded cash with a clip. Not like a money clip. Not
like a paper clip. Like
not
one of those big paper clips.
Yeah, it has like the
tongs on it, for lack of a better way to describe it. Yeah.
Like that was in his zipper side pocket. So
weird.
Yeah. Yeah, where's he going, right? What are you doing with all that
gambling.
cash?
Yeah, it's his little rat hole.
But buying more pills.
That's where I was going to go with that.
Something. Buying drugs.
But a couple of things on this guy, though, too. When you look at his situation, number one, they should send him to Mackinac Island in Michigan. No cars allowed. That's where he should go, right? That's where you need to go up there. No cars allowed on that island. Go enjoy it. But also with Tiger Woods, I mean, I look at the downfall of this guy and this fall from grace, and it's really sad. It's so sad that he's at this point of his career where he's become this joke and he's become a laughingstock. And I want to remember Tiger Woods as this unbelievable athlete, but his ego has gotten in the way of us allowing to remember him that way. And what I mean by that is, what stood out to me of this whole thing that he said, and you take a man for his word, he doesn't have a driver because he wants to keep his privacy. Who do you think you are that everybody wants to know where you are 24/7? You need to hire the right people. I mean, I know we don't like to mention this, but Chris Carter was right, man. You got to have a fall guy. Like, you're Tiger Woods. Okay, stop thinking you're somebody that everybody needs to know where they are at all times. And hire the right people and put the right people in your corner and surround yourself with the right people that can help move your life forward. God forbid you hire a driver, give the guy $100,000, make him sign an NDA, and he'll take care of you. And the fact that Tiger sits there and goes, I need my privacy, so that's why I didn't hire a driver, you're buying into your own stuff a little bit too much. You're really taking a big whiff of your own jockstrap at that point.
So yesterday, obviously that news came out, the body cam footage of Tiger Woods being arrested for a DUI in Florida. Bill Self announced he's coming back, and then Kansas sophomore Flory Badunga intends to declare for the NBA draft while maintaining college eligibility. So my theory is that he will be back, but I think he's taking a shot at the dark to see if he'd go round one.
He's a projected back in college or at KU?
KU.
Okay.
See, I'm going to go college. I think, and this is just my perception, I think the cool thing now is to go to different schools and never go back to the school that you're at, regardless of who it is.
And there was a guy, I forget the team that it was. I want to say it was Georgia. And this guy was there as a freshman and sophomore, left his junior year to go transfer somewhere else. I forget where he went. And then he came back to Georgia because he didn't like it anywhere else.
Yeah.
Now you have that availability. Sure. I will say that if I could sprinkle one rule in transfer is once you leave a school, you can't go back to school. Like, you can't leave Tennessee, go play for a school somewhere else for 2 years and be like, you know what? I'm going to go back to Tennessee and finish out my college career one more time.
You mean like Will Wade at LSU?
Yeah, ridiculous.
I mean, if coaches do it, players do it. Right. That's just a fun rule to, throw out there if we're ever going to shake up NIL or transfer portal. But no, I think Flory would come back to Kansas. I think he'd be a star. I think they could run the offense through him.
How much would you pay him to come?
Well, that's a real question.
No,
though.
it is. Yeah, like what's your budget? What percentage of the cap?
Is he an over 2? Like we were talking about those top tier guys. A lot of those are over 2, maybe next to 3. Is he that guy? I mean, Big 10 Defensive Player of the Year, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say from a defensive standpoint, I told you guys this a couple of weeks ago. I don't know that I've seen anybody better around the rim. Thomas Robinson was fantastic around the rim. Jeff Withey was fantastic around the rim, too. I mean, that guy could play some defense around the rim. There was a run there where Kansas just had a big dude that they could put in there that would play defense around the rim that was outstanding. Withey and Thomas Robinson.
Yes.
And,
he played volleyball.
Yes, he did. Yes, we heard about it. He got Withey with it, too. And so I would bring him back, obviously, from a defensive standpoint, because defensive stalwarts in any sport are very tough to find, and you have one. But also, too, you got to give the kid his freedom and his ability to go out there. His stock's never going to be higher in college basketball, coming off the Defensive Player of the Year award, and everybody watched this kid play. And when you can watch somebody play defense in basketball and marvel at that and be like, wow, that guy's good, because we don't look at that kind of stuff when we watch basketball. So I'm all for him going out there, seeing what he can get, seeing what he can do. And you know what? If you're doing it the right way, at least I think so, you give your home team the last right of refusal if you want, no matter who that team is. If you want to throw that in, they get the last right of refusal. Hey, I got 2.5 from Creighton. You guys going to match it? No, enjoy Omaha.
So it's like the not the franchise tag, whatever they call it. I can't think of the other tag where that team gets
transition
the
tag?
transition
Yeah.
tag kind of thing. I get the chance to at least match. And if I don't want to match, all right, you can
go. Yeah, I'd put that rule in.
That's
if
a
I was
fun rule
doing
too.
it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't hate that. Yeah,
Just to try to keep some semblance of teams, because I saw yesterday, this kind of ties in, but Kansas canceled their basketball banquet this year. That used to be a big deal where they honored the season, they honored the players, they talked about the players. You don't have anybody to talk to. Everybody's gone. They're all gone. So they canceled their basketball banquet this year. And I know for a lot of Jayhawk fans who used to go to that and participate in that, that's a big deal. Like, that was always a fun event, cool event to wrap up the season, especially coming off a Final Four or, a championship season. And they just canceled it because everybody just goes their separate ways now.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I think Flory comes back to college as well. I hope it's KU. I don't know why I wouldn't. They're going to be paying a lot of money for Tyron Stokes. That may be part of the equation there.
They paid a lot of money for Darren Peterson.
Yeah, but they didn't have that other top guy. Now you'd have 2 top guys. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
They have the money, obviously.
Oh, they've got the dough.
Do they want to dish it?
But who's the new guy that's going to want the dough, right?
That's what I'm saying. This Tyron Stokes kid's going to be $2
Who
to $3
else?
million,
Yeah.
and then there's going to be another guy who's going to be $1 million, and now all of a sudden, do we need Flory?
And is Tiller going to come back?
I'm sure.
JT
Freshman.
Tiller, I like him.
I liked him, yeah.
Bryson?
I like JT.
Freshman. So, yeah, he'll definitely come back with this draft.
Yeah.
Loaded.
The Final Four's loaded, and you can put your money where you want to put it, but I'll put mine on Arizona because the odds are out to reach, not win, reach the national championship. Like even, what was his name? Bain? Reuben Bain?
Reuben Bain.
Or
Short arms.
What's the other guy's Bain?
Conrad
Bain, yeah. He could reach this. That's how close they are to the national championship. This will be played Saturday.
If Conrad Bain's at the national championship game, AI's really working. When did you say we lost Conrad? Like
2013.
Oh, 2013. It was in the 20s. Okay. Yeah. I swear you said like 92.
No. But Arizona to get to the Final Four or get to the national championship game is plus 104.
Yeah.
UConn is plus 110. Michigan minus 125. And the heavy favorite, Illinois, minus 132.
Ooh. Huge favorite.
UConn's got the longest odds at plus 110. They play Illinois, so that's the only reason why I think that makes sense. Where do you guys go here? Are you taking Michigan and trusting that Dusty May's got it? He's been to the Final Four. Obviously, so has Hurley, and so has, or I think that's it. But I mean,
that's it, yeah.
Dusty May took FAU there, not the lineman for the Chiefs, but the Florida Atlantic University took them to the Final Four. He has Michigan there as
better NFL career, the FAU school or FAU the player?
School.
I think so too. Yeah.
So
some Twitter hype about FAU. People still trying to be.
They
hopeful.
like FAU. Are they in the Final Four?
Trying to be hopeful.
Okay.
A lot of K-Staters on the Twitter today.
But I think there's just a lot of disrespect for Arizona. I know they're playing Michigan. They have the best odds to get to the national championship game, but minus 125. Arizona's deep. Arizona's big. Arizona's talented. They have 5 guys that can score double-digit points every night on the floor, sometimes 6.
I'm going to go with
Arizona.
You're going to go Arizona. I'm going to go Arizona as well, and I'm going to go with Illinois. So your Final Four, your national championship matchup will be Michigan and UConn. I mean, that's
yes. Well, because you made a good point yesterday in our post-production meeting where we were having fantastic conversations, and you're like, because we had talked about it on the show that the last 6 teams that have beaten Duke have lost the next game in the tournament.
It's hard to get back up after an emotional win like that, guys.
Again, like you have Dan Hurley coming out on the Final Four, and you have a huge shot in a huge moment, and your game peaked at 9.3 million viewers, and this is a game where it's like, man, do we just like blow our load all over on that game against Duke and hit that shot, and now we got to, but I'd say the counteract to that is you've had a week.
You have. And that's
pizzazz wore off Monday afternoon.
And you have Dan Hurley.
And you have Dan Hurley, and he is an X factor in all of this, and the week is big, but usually Thursday you have a win like that. Saturday you stand no chance. Bet against that school, right? There's no chance they're coming back Saturday.
Sure.
But you're right. They have had an entire week to do it. But, man, I've seen just so many times in this NCAA tournament where these emotional wins just lead to a collapse the next time out, and they've just given it their all. And they played Sunday. They were the last game. By the time Spirit Airlines took them back to Storrs, Connecticut, they did all the rigmarole there. They're back on another Spirit Airlines flight going to Indianapolis and doing all that. It's a fast week, guys. And covering KU for all those years with Kling, we know how fast these weeks work. I mean, it is automatic and you're gone. You think, all this time between games. Yeah, 6 days, but you're moving the entire time. You're always a step behind during this week. And so Hurley does have that experience. Illinois does not have that experience right now. I'm interested to see how they come out after that emotional win. So that's why I'm taking Illinois. Plus, they got a local kid, man, and we're rooting for local kids, right? We're rooting for the local. So I'd love to see Arizona, Illinois in the national championship game. Therefore, that's why I say it will be Michigan and UConn.
Yes.
Save this for Monday.
Yeah. Clipped.
Real quickly, 30 seconds to answer here from both of you. What did you guys say is the hardest championship to win in sports?
This one that we're looking at, I think. Yeah. People will say the Stanley Cup as well, but this one is the hardest. You got to win 2 games for 3 straight weekends against the best teams in the country.
So if Dan Hurley wins this championship, is he the greatest college coach of all time?
It's a conversation. I mean, it's hard to compare what John Wooden
would be 19
did.
and 1 in his tournaments. He would have 3 titles. He would have won 3 in 4 years.
I mean, he's definitely trending that. If he quit today, I think the answer would be no. I want to see how the rest of his career plays out, but he's definitely trending that way. And I think if he gets, let's say he gets this one and one more, then you can make the case that he is better than John Wooden. A lot different back in the day, okay? When John was coaching over there at UCLA, the tournament wasn't what it was. College basketball wasn't what it was. It's harder to win today than it was literally yesterday. And it's going to be harder tomorrow than it is today. So, yeah, I think you're making a good case for him, Dusty. I don't think many people would turn their nose up other than the old guard. Well, John Wooden back in the day, that's 100 years ago now.
Jerry would be pissed, but I think a modern era, there's no question he would
when
be
do
the
you
best.
consider the modern era starting? I'm going to say 1985 when the tournament expanded to 64.
Great minds.
Perfect.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. In the modern era, it's hard to.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'll say this. We may not see something we've seen before ever again, according to the SEC. We'll talk about it next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back. And Underdog is the best place to get in on the action because you can make entries and win money right now in Missouri. Playing on Underdog is super easy. You're just going to choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get those entries right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. No better time than March to use Underdog. Plus, with ladders, streaks, pick'ems, and champions, so many different ways to get in on the action. Download the app today and use promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P, to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code TAPP, T-A-P-P. Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing-get-terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Easter's here, and this Easter Sunday, we're going out for brunch, and we're doing that at Hy-Vee. We're skipping the hassle of reservations for an overpriced restaurant brunch, and we're going to the family-friendly buffet brunch at Hy-Vee. $19.99 for adults, $6.99 for kids 6 to 12, and kids 5 and under eat free. And they've got all-you-can-eat favorites like scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, sausage, bacon, hash browns, fresh fruit, and so much more. No reservation required. We'll see you from 8 to 1 this Easter at Hy-Vee Market Grill.
Hop into Hy-Vee for all your Easter needs, like baskets, candy, chocolate bunnies, and more. Treat your family to Easter brunch at the Market Grill. Just $19.99 for adults, $6.99 for children 12 and under, and kids 5 and under eat free. Staying home? Make Easter easy with Hy-Vee's pre-made meals. Choose from your favorites, like honey glazed ham, green bean casserole, and au gratin potatoes. Just heat and eat. Make this your most excellent Easter ever, only at Hy-Vee.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Vehicle safety starts underneath. That's why the pros choose Napa for undercar solutions that stop safety issues before they become costly problems. Go further with complete repairs that restore stopping, steering, and stability. Then grow your business through trust and repeat visits. With premium rotors, pads, struts, and wheel hub assemblies, Napa has everything you need to keep undercar under control. That's Napa know-how.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
New Century Ram, Jeep, and Dodge in Paola keeps it simple. Honest deals without big city overhead. Shop their full lineup of new and used cars, trucks, and Rams and Jeeps at New Century Dodge Chrysler JeepRam.com. And for 2026, the powerful V8 Hemi is back in Ram trucks. Just a quick 20-minute drive south of the city could save you thousands. New Century Ram, Jeep, and Dodge. You'll always pay less in Paola.
96.5 The Fan's draft coverage is brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army Civic Breakfast. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side at Belton, 49 northbound, very heavy. You hit delays before Missouri 58, just crawls up towards an accident past 163rd with the right lane blocked. Southbound, things slow for about a quarter mile, approaching with the left lane blocked on that side. Otherwise, things move pretty well around town. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Hey, I know Jack Caglione listens to this show. You know how I know? He did something nice for somebody yesterday. Did you hear about that story?
Yeah, got some guys some donuts, baby.
Went up to Big Trevor Vance, said, hey, how many people are in your grounds crew? He said, about 20. Showed up with 30-plus donuts the next day. Solid.
Nice move,
awesome,
man.
I just want to know where you got the donuts from.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, Aussie dropped ours off the other day, those Paris baguette donuts that we
so
had.
good.
Oh, God. Nutella donuts made out of croissants.
I know that I'm hard.
Yeah, believe me. It's got Nutella on it. Like, I mean, I am a sucker.
Bob felt it in his plums, man.
I am a sucker for Nutella.
Nutella, French pastry.
So good.
Nixon 5.
Yeah, I've heard that place is good, though, Paris Baguette. People are talking about the sandwiches that they had there, and I've been looking at them online. I'm like, oh, that does look pretty good. And then Aussie brought in those donuts. So if you're doing it right, that whatever that donut was that he got with Nutella on it from Paris Baguette, that's in the leader. That's in the leaderboard for the best donut that I've ever had. And I'm not a huge donut guy, but that thing was amazing.
Oui. That means yes.
Or what I just did in the men's room.
Gotcha. Good for Cags, though, man. That's, it doesn't really, like, people be like, oh, great, you got a bunch of donuts. Get bent.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
They tore up that man's field. I bet they put in some long hours after that Wednesday night.
I've been there before doing post-game shows when games like that happen, and you watch the grounds crew, and usually when we were back in the day, we'd be the last ones to leave the stadium, right? We'd turn out the lights. Nights like that, those guys are there maybe till the sun comes up to get that field ready because they had a quick turnaround for that as well. And it wasn't like, we'll just worry about it tomorrow when we're playing at 7 o'clock. No. They got their asses out there and they did their job. That's the unsung job of Major League Baseball, or all those grounds crew guys. And we had a guy that used to work here. His son was on the Royals grounds crew for a couple of seasons, couple of summers. And he would tell some stories about some of the visiting players that weren't so nice, that would do some really shady things to make these guys clean up, after them, and, stuff in the dugout, just pigs and whatnot, and doing it on purpose to make these guys clean it up. So you got some bad seeds everywhere, but that's a cool move by Jack to do something like that. It's something little, but little things go a long way, guys.
I'm saying, hold the door open for somebody at Quick Trip. Did it this morning. He goes, oh, thanks, man. I'm like, no worries.
Yeah.
Like, he was shocked that somebody in today's world would just, at that time in the morning, would do that. I'm not trying to gloat for myself, but I mean, it was literally effortless.
Well, it's the way people behave now. That's why it's so like, oh my God, I can't believe you did something like that, because people are so selfish and they live in their own worlds.
Whether it's a door, whether it's a compliment, whether it's 30 plus donuts from Dunkin' Donuts, whatever it may be. Like, it's the thought, right? Like, it's just the fact that, like, somebody drops off a baguette for us, right? Like, hey, these guys might like it. Here you go, enjoy.
Right. It's like when I drop off a fresh set of Depends for Jerry. I mean, everybody likes nice things.
So, Matt, did you like the SEC title game?
As a game, yes.
Okay,
but serving its purpose, no.
No, it might be gone because Alabama's
be.
athletic director believes the SEC championship game should be no more. He tells USA Today Sports to end it. Quote, the ship has sailed.
100% right.
Yeah,
I couldn't be more right.
I think these championship games were antiquated the day they started their championship games, because what it did at the beginning too is when we had the Big 12 championship game, the first one, guys, K-State loses to Texas A&M over in St. Louis. And K-State gets knocked out of the what was it, the BCS at the time or whatever it was. Like, K-State did not get that opportunity to play for the national championship because they lost that game to Texas A&M. And it wasn't like Texas A&M went on to play for a national championship. They just beat Kansas State. You killed your league on the first, time you had one of these conference championship games. So I always looked at it like it really doesn't benefit your league other than a cash grab, right? It's been a cash grab. Now we've got this college football playoff. We need that weekend to make the college football playoff work. And there's probably more money involved than there are in these conference championship games that really don't amount to anything. And so I'm all in favor of booting these things and fitting that college football playoff into the right time slot and stop wasting time with these conference championship games. Because at the end of the day, they're not producing enough money that's going to make the difference like the college football playoff is going to make.
Well, and you could also say that it kind of screwed Missouri.
Yeah, absolutely it did. Yeah, no question. Yeah, there's another great example of that. Yeah,
that was in 08. KU didn't play in the Big 12 championship game. Missouri did, lost to Oklahoma, I believe. Yeah. And then KU slips into the Orange Bowl, and it's like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
We just beat you.
Right, right.
It's what Alabama's done
twice. Our athletic
twice.
director at the time, Lou Perkins, guaranteed a lot of money going down there to the Orange Bowl. I think Jen and I got into the game. We got 2 tickets and a parking pass for $8.
Whoa.
It was pouring rain. It was an awful experience at the game, except afterwards, I with a buddy of mine, we raided all the suites and took over the leftover beer. This guy played Major League Baseball at the time.
Because it wasn't really a game. They beat the snot out of Virginia Tech, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And of course, like, Mizzou should have played that game according to how the season plays out, and then they don't, which is perfect because then it completely creates even more emotions in that rivalry between you bought their way in. It's like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they did. No, 100%. Money talks, man. Welcome to reality, right? But at that time, people were still thinking, oh, sports, it's altruistic. What you do on the field, man. No. KU scratched a check. and a bigger check than the Missouri was going to scratch, and that's why Kansas got the Orange Bowl at that point in the season. But you're right. That's another example, just 2 examples right there of the Big 12 championship game that we know in the top of our heads hurting the conference and hurting teams in the league. So I don't think anybody's going to be against moving on from the Big 12 championship game, the SEC championship game, or even the Big 10 championship game.
Yeah, it just doesn't serve its purpose anymore. It's actually detrimental to make the SEC playoff game, and I love that Alabama's AD is the one piping this out because Alabama is the one that's benefited from missing the SEC title game twice since the expansion of the college football playoff. So really good on him for realizing this isn't right. Like, this is not good. It's detrimental to make this game. You can't be, oh, well, you got an extra loss. Yeah, but I earned the extra game. How does that now I get taken away? Yeah, it's crazy. I hope this is what happens. But the whole system with college football and college sports is all up in the air right now. So a lot of it doesn't make sense.
Somewhere Notre Dame's going,
Of course.
Yeah, Notre Dame's just sitting back and going,
we
don't
give a rip.
Yeah, we don't care. Whatever you want to do.
Like, about time. They don't need anything. We don't have a conference.
Just sign a deal with NBC and get all your money that way.
Yeah, what that guy said. No more conference games. Who said that?
Yeah. That's next, right? No more conference games.
What's that? Yeah. What's that guy that the meme is of the guy from like the old Revolutionary days that like stands up and is supposed to give the take?
The guy who interviewed Vargas.
Notre Dame, kind of, yeah. It's like Notre Dame. We don't need conference games anymore. And he's the only one standing
that
talking.
Norman Rockwell painting of that old man?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never understood that meme to me never hits for me.
Because you're like just standing up and giving out an egregious take, and then it's like everyone's staring at you. Or it's one with a cartoon character with all the blades are in his neck, and it's like, say a take that everyone will have this sort of energy towards you.
Yeah.
And mine's always been that cottage cheese should be on every menu.
Yeah, that's fine.
Everybody's like, cottage cheese.
It's a good
curdled
side
milk,
dish. It's fine. Offer it to people. If they want it, they can have it. If they don't order it.
No, I
What
eat
do you
it. I
care
eat
if
it
it's on a
regularly
menu?
now.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're
Hot honey.
Yeah.
Cottage cheese.
That's fine.
Big time.
Yeah, I like,
Big time.
we're in like tomato season. So you get those big old beefsteak tomatoes, cut those suckers down to like 4 slips.
I haven't done that yet, but huge tomato guy, so I know I'm gonna
We're
smash.
getting into tomato season. It's getting close, man. You can start to smell the fresh herbs.
I gotta
in
grow
the
mine
air.
again.
That's your garage.
I just don't have enough. I just don't have enough sunlight at my house. I try and try. I'm done.
Yeah, but I mean,
gotta have
nowadays
sunlight.
you can just probably drive through your neighborhood, and I bet there's somebody with a stand, unless HOA doesn't allow
No,
it.
not in our neighborhood. There's no stands, but there's stands all over.
I was gonna say we have like people around around my neighborhood where they just says it's like a little like tent says tomatoes, and she just has a table.
Oh,
of
that's
them,
cool.
Little camera, little pay. You can just get out of your car, stop, get on the corner, grab a
nice.
bag.
That's great.
Pay with a tab. She's got a camera, so if you think you could steal, Margaret's right out there on
She's
your ass,
watching
dude.
your
She goes,
ass,
"I saw
yeah.
you." It's like the road trip. You can't feed a C&I dog treats.
We used to have
didn't.
a house like that by us when I was growing up, and I used to always stop and buy my grandma flowers at that house. They used to have like flowers out front, throw $1 in or whatever it is, and you get some flowers, and so that was kind of fun back then. So yeah, if I ever see a stand like that, I stop. Like I'm a sucker when you go down to the lake. You got Amish peaches. Well, hell yeah!
Oh, absolutely.
The Amish must know what they're doing,
Dude,
right? They
Amish-
don't have electricity.
Amish have the best.
Their tomatoes, everything.
Everything they grow.
Their
So
corn. They have that peaches and cream corn.
Yeah,
That's like the
that's
best.
good.
It's got that like white yellow kernels. Oh my lord!
I'll bring you some Jersey corn sometime. I got our friend EP some Jersey corn. She hasn't gone back to Illinois corn. I'll tell you that.
Really?
Right? Oh yeah, the Jersey corn is the best. It is they
That's
call
how
it
Bob met
silver.
Jen.
They call it Silver Queen, and it's all white and it's juicy, delicious. It is an amazing corn.
Sweet.
That you can. But
I love
it only
corn.
comes out in like the end of July, beginning of August, like a 2-week run. It's like the Mackinac peaches. You got to be there and get them at the
That's awesome.
That 2-week run. You got to get the corn. If you don't, you're screwed.
No, that's
And-
true about peaches. You
Yeah.
got 2 weeks.
You bet you do.
It's
yeah.
like right after the 4th. You have like those 2 weeks out of the 4th of July, and then they're just
gone. It's crazy with peaches.
That's when you go buy that Kirkland vanilla ice cream.
Oh,
go to
God,
the
that
Amish,
stuff,
get those
yeah.
peaches, throw that in your ice cream, and just shut the door.
Now, would you do a where you put the macerate the peaches to get the
Oh,
juices
kinda
out,
the-
like you do
yeah.
with berries and stuff?
No, just go.
You just go
raw
the
it.
peaches.
Yeah, just cut that sucker up.
Because I think like peach syrup with the peaches and that stuff on top of the ice cream, that could be really good.
Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches.
You know who sings that song, Mac?
No.
Presidents of the United States. You
There
know
you
which
go.
one? Ford. It
The
was
one
Ford.
Tiger Woods called?
Yeah.
Coming up, the vibes for the Royals. I think they're okay. I think we all can relax. It's just a little hiccup. We'll explain next year on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
Hey, it's Matt Quattrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Things are really heating up in the college basketball tournament. It has been a fun one. And remember, the FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game. You can build a same-game parlay for a shot at an even bigger payout or try live betting. Jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just remember to visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your first profit boost and keep the action going from now until the championship game. The tournament has been great so far, but you can make it even better with our friends over at FanDuel. Take advantage of the FanDuel College Basketball Profit Boost to build a parlay or use it for live betting after tip-off every single game day. And remember, with FanDuel, you can play your game with America's #1 sportsbook app. FanDuel is the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 over in President, Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus is non-withdrawal profit token can apply, including any token expiration back wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. The rush of racing? Nothing beats it. But Chumba Casino comes close. Chumba's got fast spins, fun games, daily bonuses, and all the action you can handle. Now that's a ride. Ready to hit the throttle? Get in the driver's seat and head to ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like if I need a replacement part?
Sure, we can help with that.
Ah, nice. Hey, I just entered this online contest for coolest bike in the world. You think maybe you can vote for me?
Actually, we just do insurance, not popularity contests.
Yeah, I know. But what's your email? I'll just send you the link real quick. You can vote like 100 times a day. They'll never know.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
So what I'm hearing is there's a little bit of wiggle room.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
Forget what you think being a cop is. In Leavenworth, we're not robotic, no egos, just real people doing real work and loving it. You'll have a front row seat to action you can't script, and you'll do it with the latest high-tech tools in modern policing and technology that helps you do the job smarter and safer. It's real. It's not for everyone, but if you want in, come apply.
Leavenworth PD. We're different on purpose. Got questions? Give Sergeant Flynn a call and apply now at leavenworthks.gov/police. That's leavenworthks.gov/police.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Introducing Home Care Plus, a new subscription service from Lowe's that helps make life easier by giving members a hand with home maintenance. Let Lowe's tackle the tasks you keep meaning to do, like electric dryer vent cleaning, replacing hard-to-reach light bulbs, and more. Subscribe to Home Care Plus for just $99 a year and consider your to-do list done. Members get more at Lowe's. Available in select zip codes only. Cancel anytime. Non-refundable fee. Product purchase required. Terms and service restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Get ready to kick off a summer of soccer in Kansas City while fighting hunger. Join the Salvation Army for the Kick Hunger Civic Lunch 2026, May 7th. Score big for local families in need. Grab your tickets or table today at kickhungerkc.com. That's kickhungerkc.com. Royals coverage on The Fan, sponsored by Salvation Army Kick Hunger Civic Lunch on May 7th.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Traffic for Geometry Law, Missouri side 70 westbound with a problem at Noland. Looks like the freeway shut down there with an accident. Car fire delays towards 470, solid and heavy. 49 northbound at Belton, trouble at 163rd Street. Accident in the right lane has you slow not quite to Cass Parkway. Southbound heavy from 155th Street. Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law. How about three great reasons? One, it's easy. Two, it's fast. Three, the results. Mike's got this. 816-888-7500. Mike's got this. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
What's up, KC? It's Chris Bubich. Tune in all season long to the play-by-play with Denny, Jake, Brian, and Stu right here on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey Sports Station.
Back at it. I need at least like 6 to 8 alarms.
It's not good.
That did not age well, I guess, yesterday,
So
right?
I'm confused. Wouldn't it age well? Like, didn't it did age well?
Well, he said I need like 6 to 8 alarms, and then didn't show up. So probably don't have 6 to 8 alarms set. You know, he's telling you right there.
He
I
struggles
can't
to
get
wake up.
Yeah,
struggles to wake up.
He's
You've
on
had
the
those
struggle
friends
bus
before.
there. Oh God, we were just kind of talking about the guy who's late to everything. So you always tell him an hour early, and they still are late.
We're hanging out with our friends like that today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're going. No, it's good. We love them, but we're going over to their place, and we were thinking. I told Hannah, I was like, 2 or 3. She's like, what does it matter? Let's show up at 5. Give them a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's true. But I was telling Dusty, like, lateness bothers me. It's one of those things. I come from the Tom Coughlin school of being on time, which is 5 minutes early means you're on time. And
What was the baseball coach you had? You were talking about yesterday,
Mr. Wickheiser.
You think you were ever late to his practices?
No.
Go kiss the plug.
Go kiss the plug. Yeah,
You late, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way it was, and you weren't late, right? You weren't late. That's the way we were raised.
Takes a swig of Old Crow.
Oh well, if he had that kind of money back in the day, I don't know. He
Old
had
Crow
some-
used to be expensive?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm saying like I don't think this guy had a lot of bucks, is what I'm saying. He's coaching youth baseball, okay, as a 60-year-old or however old he was. But I mean, but you got these great life lessons from all of that,
Sure.
you know. And but also too in college, my professor, I talk about him all the time. Kevin Harlan and I had the same guy, Tom Hedrick. If you're on time, you're late. Be 5 minutes early. And as we were talking in break, sometimes there's extenuating circumstances that happen, but sleeping in is not an excuse for being late at all. 100% not a legitimate excuse. That's just a fail on your part.
What time did they have to show up?
I don't know, probably 10 a.m. for a 1 o'clock game. You can't be at work by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
It's a mistake, and you got to own it, and he did.
Totally.
So it's
Totally.
embarrassing. I don't think it's catastrophic.
No,
I don't think
no,
it's.
no.
I don't think it's Danny Duffy embarrassing when he was, in the drive-thru asleep at Burger King. That to me is a terrible look. Like, it goes back to the Tiger Woods thing.
Yeah.
You're rich, man. Have somebody
drive you.
I don't think DoorDash was around. Maybe it was, but I don't know if it was when Duffy got in trouble.
Not then, I don't think, no.
So, yeah, I mean, right now, you gotta do better, Carter. That's all it is. It's do better time. It's like what Vern told me when I kept screwing up his pregame show. Hey, just do better.
Yeah.
And that's what the team told him yesterday. We'll monitor it, obviously, but I think at some point it's going to be something that everybody jokes about.
Of course, it's going to be one of those things that happens all season long that we joke about, right?
And I think you're in the doghouse. I've been in the doghouse.
No, he's definitely in the doghouse.
Everybody's been in the doghouse.
For sure.
And how do you get out of the doghouse? Proof.
Yeah.
That you can get out of the dog. So
sometimes it's hard to get out of that doghouse. I don't think this is going to be a hard doghouse in which to get out of at all. I really don't. Now, I think it would be funny if Q came in, that how they put up all the times on the board and what time all this stuff is. Put normal time and then put Carter time.
That's great, yeah.
Like have something like that that's like an hour earlier. And you got to make a joke of it. Also, too, to let this kid know, hey, we still got your back. Yeah, you done effed up. We get that. It happens. But we still love you. And how you do that from my standpoint, the way that I would do it, you do it with humor. You kill him with humor. You don't go and say, yeah, we were wrong. It's okay that you don't worry about it. No. He's got to worry about it because it can't happen again. But then you can also kill him with humor because he's probably going to be a little, I'm guarantee you he was apprehensive walking in yesterday. No question about that.
Yes.
So I think they need to make sure that, yeah, we're mad, but hey, man, we still love you and we're going to joke about it. And it's going to become a running joke around the team. And it has to be because it is funny at the end of the day.
And we already got a cool nickname on the text line. Carter Jensen's new nickname is the Sleeper.
The Sleeper.
The sleeper. Love it. That's great.
To give you what we have heard, if you haven't heard, if you're driving around your car this morning listening, we appreciate you, we love you, we respect you. This is Carter Jensen post-game yesterday against the Twins.
Yeah, I mean, no running from it. Just didn't wake up to my alarm, slept through it. Don't really have an excuse. Nor should I. It sucks, happens. Feel like I let teammates down, coaches down, so just learn from it and just know it won't happen again.
So normally how media goes is pitcher talks, batter that performed talks, and maybe one other guy. Most often it's Vinny will talk or Sal will or the guy that didn't do something. So like opening day or the home opener, it was Isaac Collins, Kyle Isbell, Chris Bubich. right? And then Cotrero, obviously, every game is required to speak to the media.
God, the manager speaks way too much to the media, dude. I mean,
It's just one of those things. It's like
God.
the quarterback and head coach have to talk after every NFL game.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean,
they're
the manager speaks before the game, then after the
Correct.
game. Like, God.
Correct.
What changed?
And so, and they have to wear a
2
uniform.
hours.
Which I still don't get. Like, they have to wear a uniform. Like, why can't they wear the trash bag batting
Well, the
cage
fat
jacket?
ones wear that. You know, you look around and you see like Cotrero's in good shape. He's tucking that in. He's showing off his physique, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have as impressive a chest as Brett Veach, but I mean, Matt's in good shape, right? Q looks good in a uniform. Some of these roly-poly guys that you see out there, like myself, I'm wearing the thing over the top.
You're going full Bob Huggins.
Hell yes, I am. Hell yes.
So I thought, this is one of those things where, and then, I was talking about how people talk after the games, and Vinny spoke, and yesterday there wasn't really much to talk about other than this. And to me, this is something where maybe Q doesn't get the respect he should get, but I think this is a total managerial A+ handle, because he left it to his guys to handle the work. And Carter had to face the music. As he said, there's no excuses. I'm not going to give you one. I overslept. It can't happen again. I let my guys down. And he got scratched from the lineup. He drives to Kauffman Stadium. He has this burden above his head that he knows when he gets there, everybody's going to give him that look like, oh, okay, there he is. Yeah, he's here. All right, whatever. And then your mouthpiece of the team, he handles it in his way. And we always say that, we don't try to speak for everyone, but I think Vinny Pasquantino in this moment, not only did Carter grow, Vinny grew.
Yeah, I mean, you got a 36-year-old catcher who's preparing to DH today, and then his world gets a little rocked that an hour and a half before the game, he's not going to be DHing. So you credit to Salvi today for being ready. First and foremost, we're glad Carter's okay, right? I mean, that was kind of the initial thought when you're trying to get a hold of his parents and everything like that, to just make sure everything's okay. But once you find out he's okay, it's like, all right, it's a growing moment. He's really young.
It's a growing boy.
There are some things that cannot happen, and that's one of them. So he's going to have to wear it on the chin, the same way anybody would have to. So it can't happen. And, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But it's one of those things that you can't afford mistakes like that in this game. So just gotta move forward the best that he can. I know he feels really bad. I know that it was not his favorite drive to the field this morning, but it wasn't our favorite morning either, trying to figure out what was going on. So, he'll learn from it and grow up a little bit. And, we're here for him, though. It's not like anybody's, mad at him. Things happen, but you got to learn from mistakes like that and maybe get another alarm clock or something at home.
I laugh because he goes, wasn't our favorite morning either.
Yeah.
Because it probably wasn't. There was probably a lot of like, where is this guy? I mean, they called his parents, for God's sake. Now, I don't know if he's still living with his parents, which would be a smart thing to do.
Totally.
Honestly, you can't get up. You might as well have mom wake you. And you save money that way too. I mean, I know they're making decent enough money at the minor league or major league minimum, $750,000 a year. But I mean, my God, if you could live at home and bank that cash, go ahead and do it. And that way, mom can get you up, get you breakfast. But at 10 o'clock in the morning, she's probably already at work.
Yeah, she's doing her thing.
Yeah, she's gone for the day. She's like, my 22-year-old son's living in the basement. Tell him to get a job. He has one, yeah.
And that's the thing, too, is that, to me, it's more like embarrassing than it is like a bad look or a catastrophic thing, because now you've given fuel to the rest of baseball. Like, yes, your team will joke about it, but now everybody can.
Right.
It's free money, right? The Twins. Set your alarms, get to the ballpark today because they'll be at home.
Money, yeah.
So now they have the ability to do that because you have given them that, and that's something else that now you have to own. And if this is the worst thing that happens to the Royals in a drama situation this year, then damn, we're doing just fine.
Yeah.
It's not like a huge deal. So yes, 22-year-old kid. I have overslept. I remember the second week I got this promotion to this show, my alarm didn't go off. I woke up at 5:25 and sheer panic. And I had to bust it here, right? Jump in the shower, wash everything all at once, shampoo, body wash, all of it, get in the car.
That's impressive that you were able to do that and still make it in.
Yeah. And it wasn't fun. And I haven't ever been
late since.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing, is like you get an opportunity to fail. It's how you provide yourself to the rest of your peers after that failure. Luckily for him, this failure is something that he's got to grow out of. Maybe he can't have the blackout curtains in his room.
Yeah.
Maybe he can't have, that alarm set anymore. Either way, The worst thing that came out of it is you didn't sweep the Twins.
That's exactly right. And the other cool thing about it, that other teams are probably that cool thing, but I mean, like, they're going to mock him for living with his mom, clearly. I mean, that was kind of thrown in there by Vinny to let everybody know we're calling his parents. Maybe he's living in the basement. So if I'm the other team and I'm the catcher, I'm sitting back there, hey, Carter, you live with your mother?
Yes, of course. I'm chirping.
Yeah, you got to use that against him. Hey, how come mommy didn't wake you up today? Pitch clock, Jensen clock. There's a lot of ways to have fun with this thing.
Yeah.
It's not malicious at all. It's just having fun, and the Royals should have fun with this, right? Like, put a clock next to the pitch clock. Call it the Carter clock. Remind him like, Q should come out today and goes, well, yeah, we had a rough, kind of pregame. We had to remind Carter what the pitch clock was and how that works. Like, have fun with it, man. Own it and joke about it. It's okay. Life doesn't have to be that serious.
The thing that's great, too, is I think somebody on the Royals roster, whoever's listening to this station right now, needs to have Carter Jensen's walk-up music be Saved by the Bell.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
I think it starts off with, like, alarm
It
clock.
does. It starts off, yeah. Yeah. When the alarm goes off the morning, it's something like that, yeah. Think I'll make it on time.
That's
By
gotta
the
be
time
it.
I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. It's all right, because I'm saved by the bell.
That's right. One more with Mac Morey on the other side here at 96.5 The Fan. You're on for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Spring is here, and as the weather heats up, the sports action heats up at Circus Sports. From baseball to basketball to hockey, Circus Sports has it all. Circus Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High betting limits, player-friendly pricing, and exceptional customer service. Whether you're looking for playoff futures or props on your favorite players and more, Circus Sports has you covered. And don't miss out on the special Royals props for every game. Download Circus Sports app or visit circusports.com today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sex, intimacy, love. These three things are critical to a good relationship, and that's the problem with erectile dysfunction. It often destroys sexual enjoyment and intimacy. It stresses the love between partners, often to the breaking point. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're suffering with ED, you likely know exactly what I'm talking about. But I also want you to know that ED doesn't have to impact your relationship anymore. At Heartland Men's Health, we're ED experts with our focus on men's sexual health. We've treated tens of thousands of men and have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. I promise you, if you're like most guys, you can get your sex life back, perhaps even performing like you haven't in years. So if ED is affecting you, it's time to get back to better sex, better intimacy, and deeper love. Call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. Ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You know that Chick-fil-A sells more than chicken, right?
Hello, my name is Jaleesa, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit is how it's all of my favorite breakfast items in one good bite. That fluffy egg, that melty cheese with that perfectly grilled sausage. It just gives you that warmth, that comfort food that you love. It is the best possible option for a classic breakfast.
Comfort is calling. Order a Chick-fil-A sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit with Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side inbound 70 with an accident before Nolan. Freeway shut down with a forced exit at Lee's Summit Road, and you're stacked up from 470. Take that down to 40 Highway to avoid this. Heading in Belton, 49 northbound, very slow from before Missouri 58 up past 163rd with an accident in the right lane. Southbound, very heavy from before 155th Street with the left lane blocked. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
You can see it now if Carter Jensen does have a great year, a good year. Next year's giveaway is going to be a Carter Jensen alarm clock.
It absolutely should be. That's
100%.
a great giveaway. That's a great idea, Dusty. Really well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love that idea as well.
I have another good idea for you.
Yeah?
Because you rocked my brain of thought this morning because Connor Griffin is going to make his MLB
God, I was just
debut
gonna
today,
go
right?
there.
Really?
I'm not kidding. I was just going to go there with
Don't you go there. I remember that saying? Okay.
Yeah.
That's in the talk to the hand world
Yeah.
at times.
That's kind of the line of things.
Max, like, I have no idea what's going
Yeah,
on.
I have no idea.
Nor does he
Never
need
heard
to.
of The What's Up era was very good.
Oh, for sure. But so the Pittsburgh Pirates their first pitch is 3:14. Is that what it was?
It is 4:12 Eastern time.
4:12 because
that's their area code.
So idea that I had this morning was the Royals should have an 816 day.
Right.
And you tell yourself, what, August 16th? Hear me out and tell me if I'm off my rocker or if this is something that you would do. Now, again, it's going to be tough for Carter Jensen to get on board with this.
It really is. Carter's not going to make this one.
But 8:16,
yeah,
you throw the first pitch on August 16th at 8 a.m., 16 minutes.
Yeah, 8:16 in the morning. I love it. I think it would be so cool.
You would say, well, listen.
How many $20 beers would they sell that day, huh?
Right. And the thing is the sun's up at like 5:30.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Well, in August, it's probably up a little bit earlier.
It might be
that
5
even.
a.m. I mean, you could tee off in the middle of August on a golf course literally at 5:45.
Yep.
So light would not be an issue. Plus, there's lights in the stadium.
Right.
It would be random. It would be one game, but the first pitch would be at 8:16 a.m. Think about it.
That would be so cool, man.
I would do it.
Hell yeah. The burn would take over at 7. We'd only have an hour that day.
Yeah, right? But not only that, tailgating.
Yeah.
Mimosas and breakfast
Hell
burritos.
yes.
Omelets. Hanging out in the parking lot. Having Bloody Marys. J-Mo and orange juice. That's weird, but you could think about it. And then the first pitch is at 8:16 in the morning. And you're in there and imagine the sun rising instead of the sun setting at Kauffman Stadium.
Cool. It would be
I
awesome.
think it'd be a great idea.
I've been obviously at Kauffman Stadium when the sun's coming up and it's very peaceful. I don't expect it to be that way for an 8:16 in the morning game. But these are the unique and different things that you can do as a baseball team to make things more fun for your fans, to give your fans something different. People now are always looking for experiences. And I was talking to somebody or reading something online about the young generation, Mac's generation, which I tend to fall more into than my own generation at this point in time, because they're saying the young generation, Generation Z, I believe is what you call yourselves guys, right, Mac? Generation Z? Thanks for listening. And
he's working.
I know, but no, I was calling
Yes.
Generation Z, right?
I call him Zillennial.
Zillennial. But you guys and a lot of more of my friends now, we care more about experiences than we do things, right? We don't want dust collectors. Like all of our parents have all this crap. Nobody wants it. It's dust collectors. We want to spend our money and time on experiences. An 8:16 a.m. game would be one of the coolest experiences that you could have. And I'll take you one step further on this as I'm thinking about it, too. We could create that as Greater Kansas City Day, because I do think opening day has lost something without having Greater Kansas City Day attached to it, where all the celebrities were selling the newspapers and raising money for the Rotary Youth Camp. When we used to do that and have everybody in town, anybody who was anybody in Kansas City was out there selling the papers and doing all that kind of stuff, it added more juice to opening day. I think opening day has lost a lot because Greater Kansas City Day is no longer a part of it. So we could turn that day in to that Greater Kansas City Day again, get people up doing the whole paper thing, 8:16 first pitch. By 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you're done before lunchtime. That would be something cool. I guarantee you, Dusty, that stadium would sell out because people want to be part of something that is completely different. And then I bet every other team in Major League Baseball would kind of jump on. Hey, they played at 8:16 in the morning. You know, in L.A., you're 202 area code or 212 in New York. So those kind of fit into a nice day game. But like in Chicago, you know, I mean, the suburbs are 8:47. So 8:47 in the morning would be a cool time. But they are 3-1-2 there where the Cubs and the White Sox are. But I just think that would be a lot of fun. I love that idea, Dusty. I really do. I think it'd be so cool to play an 8:16 a.m. game.
They unfortunately will be in Anaheim on 8/16.
Oh,
dang it! So sorry. Great idea.
Next year.
Yeah, or whenever it happens, just promote it. Like have an 8/16 day. It'd be amazing. I think it'd be a great idea. I don't know if it's
September 13th sounds pretty good too, but
well, the Chiefs will have that, yeah. But maybe the Royals, who knows? They don't know, but
913, yeah, for sure. That'll be in a couple years, Max. You just have to hold on. Just kidding.
All right, I'll hold on.
Somebody says on the text line, the sunrise on 8/16 is at 6:31. Dawn is at 6:02.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of, June is the longest day. So, the days start to get shorter there. But even still, you don't have to have the sun up. We do play night games. Flip on the switch.
Damn right.
And
but again,
8/16 is a Sunday this year. So it'd be perfect.
That would have been great.
I know.
That would have been perfect.
Sign me up,
a Sunday morning game.
Can I be like promotional?
You could still have brunch.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. So we'll see.
So Connor Griffin, that's how we got on that one.
Yeah,
4:12 today, first pitch. That place gonna be bonkers.
19-year-old shortstop, and he just got paid.
Yeah, $140 million for that cat, right? There was a freezing cold take from a Pittsburgh journalist last week that said once that Connor Griffin, whenever Connor didn't make the team, Mark Madden, I think is the guy's name, and he goes, "It is." He said, "We'll never see Paul Skeens and Connor Griffin in the same lineup together with Pittsburgh. This sucks." And here we are, opening day, and both of them are going to be out there, and they signed Connor Griffin to that $140 million contract.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people that are interested in why these young kids are getting this. Baseball is looking at a salary cap in the future and going, we're going to get into this before we get capped out. So this is why you're seeing these young players with potential promise get these contracts.
But also, too, they're all ready now to come up to the big league level. I mean, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but, I mean, with the reduced minor leagues right now, it's forcing kids, and NIL, it's all forcing kids to stay in college a little bit longer, and so they're more seasoned than they have ever been before. They're not taking a lot of high school kids anymore, and so if you got a kid that you perceive is absolutely 100% ready to go, why waste his time trolling around the streets of, Yuma? Get him up to the big leagues. Let's go.
Let's get it cooking.
How's Yuma?
Great.
Yeah, kids love it. That's all I think about. Hey, last night, Binkley and Chris were on for their first of many moving forward for the NFL Draft. And don't forget, draft coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army Civic Lunch. Matt McMullen joined the show as well. Guys, I don't know where you're at. Text line, people in Kansas City, I don't know where you're at, but damn, it sounds like she's pretty comfortable with their wide receiver room. Sounds like Rashee Rice ain't going anywhere. I don't know. I'm just assuming. I listened to bits and pieces of it. Mac, I know you did too.
Yeah.
Bob, you heard about how it's the greatest event, the draft.
Most important sports event ever. Yeah.
Man.
So I saw a Price Carter tweet that I sent you guys yesterday.
Price
Carter, he's a lead draft analyst over at Arrowhead Attic. We've talked about him before. We should have him on sometime. Great guy, it seems. Really good work that he does for the Chiefs. But he tweets, you might not like it, but I have a feeling Chiefs don't draft a wide receiver on day one or even early day two. They like their room more than we do. They'll bet on health with Rice and Worthy and development of Chad O'Shea and then probably sign Tyreek. And I'm going, what the hell? Why would you do that? And it starts to kind of make sense. You look at these mock drafts. And then I'm listening to our guys, Jay and Chris Unocero with Matt McMullen on, and we know Matt McMullen. He's in that building. He's in the know. He starts talking about the Chiefs wide receivers and their offense, and man, it's starting to scare me a little bit.
I really think just adding that component back to the offense where the defense has to respect it, the linebacker has to think about that, the safety has to think about it, it's going to make the middle of the field way easier to complete passes. And I think guys like Tyquan and Xavier are going to have opportunities to have much more separation. And Tyquan doesn't have to go up and play 500 deep down the field because he's running free by 10 yards because Kenneth Walker's in the backfield and you have to respect what he can do. So I'm with you 100%. I think the receiver core, the talent is there. And that doesn't mean you don't keep adding to it and getting better, but I think the talent is there because we've seen it before. I mean, Rashee in his rookie year was the best receiver on this team, if you think about it. Xavier, what he did on the run to the playoffs and the Super Bowl a couple years ago in 2024 was excellent. The talent's all there. It's just a matter of the team working together to achieve what they want to in the passing game. And to your point, I think having an explosive running game is going to help the passing game exponentially.
Well, I feel bad for Chad O'Shea. They're putting a lot on that guy's shoulders. And look, he's a good wide receiver coach. We know, we've heard all the stories about him, but they're basically telling Chad O'Shea is, we believe in our talent. Our coaching was really bad. It's up to you to coach up this talent now. That's kind of where I went with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can be satisfied with your wide receivers right now. They haven't done anything to prove that you're satisfied. And you look around, and I'm not saying you go out and add A.J.
How
Brown.
much blame's it that on them?
Blame
percentage-wise. Like, was it Embry? Was it...
It sure sounds like the Chiefs are putting 100% blame on Connor Embry on this one, right? If they go out and their only move is a washed-up, oh, God, Tyreek Hill, why? Just stay away. Seriously, just stay away from that guy.
That's like horseradish.
Doesn't do anything for you. But I know they're going to go back because it's what they do. I mean, the guy is a washed-up pain in the neck. I mean, come on. Stay away from Tyreek Hill. But they're putting a lot on the plate of Chad O'Shea to say, coach these guys up. And so
I think they're also putting a lot of weight on the plate on Ken Walker.
Yeah.
A guy who's never been
the pass game.
A guy who's never been a bell cow.
Yes.
Right. I know DeMercado is there. But what are we looking at? 25?
Nobody mentioned him, though. You know?
What are we doing? 25-5 a game?
Yeah, the split carry, yeah.
Are we...
I'd go 12-12, but that's just me, you know?
So, sounds like, to me, that tackle position's getting drafted at 9.
Exactly. The more we talk about this, the more they're going run heavy, and the run game play action is going to create the pass. Patrick Mahomes good enough to sling it, and we still believe that Xavier Worthy's going to get separation. And I'm not saying that Xavier is a complete bust yet, but, man, we have not seen a whole lot.
And again, as I've said, and I can't be a hypocrite on this, I'm excited to see what Chad O'Shea is going to do with these guys. However, that doesn't mean you still don't go out and try to improve the position. And getting Tyreek Hill does not make you a better football team.
No, Carnell Tate could.
Yeah.
Makai Lemon could.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And for the future where we're going with salaries in this league at that position.
I'm confused.
Also, we're kind of assuming Rashee Rice is a part of this?
Well, I mean, this is what the Chiefs are doing. This is what every team is doing. They're sending out every signal. Like, because you said, I'm confused. Yeah, everybody's confused, and that's what they want.
That's a good point.
But, yeah, I think to your point, I think he is being viewed as going to be a vital person to this roster. Yeah. And then we have on the other side, Nate Taylor, who's the beat writer for ESPN of the Chiefs, saying that they're looking at a double-digit suspension.
So what's going on?
Yeah, you cannot go into the season thinking and preparing, because I know the Chiefs they've done this in the past. Again, McCole Hardman, because they couldn't trust Tyreek Hill, but let's bring him back. So you've got Rashee Rice and Tyreek Hill. 2 guys, can you trust those guys off the field? I don't know the answer to that question. And so if Nate Taylor says he's looking at a double-digit suspension potentially, how do you not sign and or draft somebody? So I think that position is as wide open as any right now for draftability with the Chiefs. And if the guy isn't there that they want, then yeah, they probably will trade down out of that spot. But I still think you're not set at the wide receiver spot at all.
No.
You're not even close.
More set. Royals outfield before the season started, or Chiefs wide receiver room?
Carter Jensen's alarm clock.
It's not set.
I know. It's more set, but it's more set than the Chiefs wide receivers.
All right, Matt.
one word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin.
I don't know if you saw this or not, but last night at the Tampa Bay Lightning game, a guy made a Stanley Cup trophy out of Zyn cans.
Seriously?
Yeah,
A player did or a
fan? Oh, yeah. You can take your Zyn cans and enjoy yourself at the Sand Trap because that's what One Word is brought to you by. It's a great spot that has delicious food, cold drinks, and TVs galore.
And
to
walls.
watch your favorite sports teams. It's located at the northeast corner of Blue Ridge and Holmes in South KC. Today, you can get a 10-ounce strip steak, baked potato, and green beans for only $16.
And it comes on a plate with silverware.
Yeah, so happy Good Friday.
Let's
go get you a steak.
Heck yeah. They got their Lent menu as well. Grilled salmon dinner, firecracker shrimp tacos. How about some Cajun shrimp pasta? Man, they got it going on over there at the Trap.
The Cajun shrimp pasta is pretty delicious.
It is actually gas.
Ted,
I have had that.
It's the last thing I endure when I'm at the Sand Trap. It's like 9 surf sides, and then it's like, I'll take the Cajun pasta, and then my Uber is on its way.
I'll take it to go.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
That's when I had that guy in the Uber tell me the story about, what was it, Mahomes? He's like the 5th best quarterback in the league right now. Remember that one? Told you that story.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. It was fun. He said Dak Prescott was better than Patrick Mahomes.
He's not smart.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Well, we've got some Carter Jensen and Jack Caglione audio. It's not about alarm clocks. It's about cake.
So I lived with him
man
in
is
the
a
big leagues
monster.
for a little bit when I first got called up. I think I was playing video games in my room when I walked out, and he's sitting on the couch eating a whole entire pan of cake, like a Betty Crocker mix cake.
Is he in the garage?
Made himself. He baked it and everything, put the frosting on, ate the whole thing by himself. And then I asked him the next morning, I was like, do you not feel terrible? And he's like, no, I feel great. Like, that was what I needed. I think he just was hungry. He just wanted a piece of cake. He just wanted some cake. I think he just wanted some cake. But I think we were leaving soon after, so he's like, well, I don't want it to go to waste. I might as well eat it. Oh, no. Yeah, he's going to get mad at me. He hates when I tell people that story, but...
This is Cags.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy he said that. I will forgive him. And he did give me a slice, which is good.
One word there.
When was the last time you ate a whole cake?
Never.
No, me neither. Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
because
sure.
you said it
yeah.
something like you did it like 10 years ago.
No, I wish. That's
like
a baller
Fatty
move.
Bob was over there smashing the confetti cake to himself.
I mean, no, but I do love cake, and I can see how you eat the whole thing. I really do. Like, you put it in front of me, put anything in front of me, and I'm going to eat the whole thing.
Bruce Bong Trotter.
So my one word is awesome. I mean, the guy polished off a whole cake.
I mean, housed it. Stephen Hauschka did. My one word would be kids. Because during COVID, I did this. I'd never made a cake. I didn't eat the whole thing, but I'd never made a cake. I didn't know it was simple ingredients to make the box cake, right?
Oil and an egg or something,
Yeah,
right?
something like that. And it was the super moit. And so mixed it all together, baked it, let it sit a little bit, put the frosting on it, ate one piece, never touched it again. I'm serious.
Why, you didn't like it?
No, it was fine. I got my satisfaction in one piece, and then I was like, there is a ton of cake left over, and it's a Tuesday, and I can't have contact with anybody.
My wife brought this pound cake home the other day,
That's
like
heavy.
on Monday, and she goes, "This is for Easter."
It's gone.
Don't know. I've left it alone. I'm very proud of myself. Well, yeah, I had soccer the last 2 nights. I have been out of the house.
Yeah, there we go.
That pound cake is looking good.
Ooh, I love pound
Every
cake.
house. If I'm
pounded
elected
this week.
if I'm elected president, the first thing that I will do is to require every house has a pound cake on the counter. You never know when company's going to show
No,
up.
it's not.
You've got to have pound cake on the counter.
That's not what you would do.
What would I do?
You'd have the following day after the Super Bowl be an off day.
No, I would not. No,
pounded.
I'm not Jay. I think it's more important for every house at all times to have a pound cake on their counter. It's a nice. Somebody comes and give him a piece of cake.
And that's why America's so obese.
Yeah.
Here's the Mets announcers trashing St. Louis.
The only thing missing from that picture, as is often missing from every picture we show of downtown St. Louis, no people.
No people. Well, you know what? They want it to look picturesque. You can see a car driving by on the right. That's the only sign of life.
But there's never anybody walking around
No, there is
in downtown
not.
St.
It's
Louis.
not very often. You're right.
It's like Remember the old neutron bomb that wouldn't knock down buildings but just would eliminate all the people? It's like one of those hit St. Louis.
I guess it's just the photo op. People then run and hide, so they're not in the photo.
Are you asking me what my one word is on that?
Yes.
What do you think my one word is?
True.
Yeah! 100% true. And you know it's true because everybody in St. Louis revolted over this on X yesterday. When you
Our own mayor did.
Yeah. even
Kansas City supported St. Louis.
Yeah, even L's out there like, it's bad, but come on, man, cut him some slack. But no, it's true. I mean, that's it is all true about downtown St. Louis. It just absolutely sucks. But what's cool about it is everybody in St. Louis rallied and was like anti this guy. Gary Cohen, I think his name is for the Mets broadcast. Josh and I always used to say, we can make fun of our own people, but when you do from outside, them's fighting words, right?
Yeah, it's like anything. Like I can say anything about my parents. The minute you say something about my parents, we're having a different discussion.
That's exactly right.
Especially if it's New York.
It's like, man, my wife's such a B.
Yeah.
Dude, Frank, your wife sucks. Hey, dude.
Yeah, who do you
It's colder. I can.
Right.
Like, that's me.
Yeah.
I'll deal with it.
But it's true. I mean, downtown St. Louis is a wasteland right
That's
now.
Will Smith. Keep his wife's name out of your mouth.
Yeah. BBL stinky.
My one word would be sour because the Mets lost 2 of 3 against the Cardinals, and they shouldn't have.
How did Lindor do?
Not great.
Oh, my God. Fell asleep twice in the same game.
Needs to set his alarm
He
clock.
needs Carter's
Now,
clock.
That's embarrassing. But yeah, my one word would just be like smug, New York smug. Right? Like it's just, downtown, we're from New York, we're Shea State. Get bent.
Yeah, there's a little of that. If it was our city, I'd be saying that, but it's St. Louis. I'll pile on.
Okay.
Flag football, it's piling on. Chiefs announced they're leading the charge to sanction girls high school flag football in Kansas, now looking for supporters to support the petition.
Absolutely. Cool. That's awesome. I love the fact that they're supporting flag football as a girls' sport. I know Olathe East has it, and we've seen some of the games. It's cool, man. It is an extra sport. It is another opportunity for kids to do something. Everybody should sign that petition. Way to go, Chiefs, signing that petition to get flag football in the state of Kansas. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's innovative, right? It's new, it's fun, it's opportunistic.
Yep.
They can have fun doing that. Like, give them a chance, give them a floor, a lane to go have fun and continue to play maybe the sport they actually enjoy playing. So, yeah, cool, awesome, fun, new, great.
Back to the Royals, Annie Rogers. Luinder Avila will start tomorrow. Michael Wacha will be pushed back due to an illness. Rest of the weekend, Lugo Bubic unchanged. The roster move will be announced today. One word on Avila.
Yeah, he's 24 from, I think, Venezuela, pitched in the World Baseball Classic. Opportunity for him. Go out there and dominate. Then they can't take you out of the rotation.
Yeah, cruise. One word. Cruise your ass here as soon as possible.
Yeah, they got him fast back to Omaha.
Yeah, we won't see him again this year.
I'm fine with that.
And we talked about it yesterday. It's so funny. And then the news breaks. ESPN is expected to remove Chris Fowler, Orlovsky, and Riddick as its number 2 NFL team, The Athletic has learned. And it looks like Kurt Warner and Jason Kelsey are going to be moving in.
Yeah,
one word, Jason Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey doing that, it's fine. That's a better role for him than being at the Masters. I mean, so maybe they'll find a good role for Jason. But the reason they're doing that, everybody's like, oh, these guys are getting fired. No, Fowler does college football, and most of the games that ESPN is going to have are going to be European games. So he cannot do, the NFL and the college football stuff. And Orlovsky's tied in with a lot of other stuff, and so is Louis Riddick. So they're just finding guys that really aren't tied down that can be part of these broadcasts. So I think it'd be fun to see Jason on a broadcast to see what he can do.
I just think it's funny. Because we spent all day yesterday talking about, I don't know what Jason Kelsey's role is. He's getting stale. Find him a lane. Put him somewhere. 4 hours later.
Color commentator.
Here we are.
We'll try. 3-man booth sucks. So, again, another bad spot for Jason Kelsey.
It's just too many people stepping on too many toes where I'm like, I don't know who's...
who's doing what here.
Yeah. I'd like, what I would like is just Jason Kelsey and Louis Riddick.
Just the two of them? No play-by-play
I don't need
guy?
a play-by-play. I'm watching the game.
Yeah.
I know what a quarterback's doing. I know not everybody does, but you put those two in the game.
I'd be curious to
That's an
hear
interesting
what that
take.
sounded like. Yeah, I would think I'd miss the play-by-play personally.
I don't know. I'm open to it, though.
Or maybe
I'd love to listen.
Maybe Louis Riddick gives you a semi-play-by-play.
That's his own little version. I think he could.
Where he's like, I don't know, Jason, they're out here in this shotgun set, and I'm looking at the right side of the field, and I see one corner. Yeah, you're right. I can see this line pulling this way. Then the play's happening, and you're not getting 3 minutes, 42 seconds. Quarterback in the shotgun, pats his guy on the left, looks to the left, calls an audible, changes the play. Alert is being called. 3 seconds on the play clock.
Listen to the radio call?
Yeah, right. Like on the radio, you obviously still need the play-by-play guy because nobody can see anything that's going on. But on TV, that's interesting. Yeah. I do kind of like that idea, just to see what it's like. And then I'm sure we'll hear it. We'll be like, man, we need the play-by-play guy back because everybody hates the play-by-play guy. And then they do a game with nothing, and everybody's like, this is boring. And it is. They add entertainment value to the games.
Somebody says, great story, but eating an entire cake hits different when you're 40 instead of 23.
True. Yeah.
That messed me up for 3 days.
It would actually hit me worse at 23 than now, because at 23, I'd eat the cake and then wash it down with a case of beer.
Ooh, good gravy. That is one word brought to you by the
You don't
Sand
get
Trap.
300 pounds the easy way, Dusty.
You sure don't. You got to earn it.
And I did, baby. Boy, did I.
The Sand Trap, a great spot that makes delicious food, cold drinks, TVs galore. You can watch all your favorite sports teams. It's located northeast corner of Blue Ridge and Holmes in South KC. Today, you can get a $10 strip steak, baked potato, and green beans for only $16. Plus, they've got a Lent menu for you as well on Fridays. It's got to be the last Lent day, right? It's Good Friday.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Yeah, Easter's on Sunday,
so,
right?
The hell with the fish. Go get the steak. Yeah. Holy Week. Coming up next, we're going to talk about mock draft. Hey, Mac, who am I? Conrad Bain. Coming up next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carlos Esteves, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, it is Easter weekend, and you're looking for something great to do, and I've got a couple of options for you. One, you can show up at Hy-Vee and have brunch at any Hy-Vee because their brunch is fantastic, and then you're out of the house. You don't have to worry about anything because Hy-Vee is going to handle all of the brunch duties for you. Also, you can have your friends and family over and have Hy-Vee cater your Easter, but it's not just about Easter. We got a big weekend coming up, guys, right? You got watch parties, you got basketball, you got all kinds of graduation parties in the future, maybe some weddings as well. Let Hy-Vee handle all of the catering for all of your events because they can help you with trays to full-service catering. And Hy-Vee also has grab-and-go options for that last-minute get-together, or they can do all the cooking, the setup, and even take care of that horrible cleanup. Hy-Vee has a wide range of menu options to suit your budget, from ready-to-heat-and-serve meals to full-service catering. So any size group or any occasion, it doesn't matter. Wedding, graduation, corporate lunch, watch parties, Easter, and so much more. Get it catered only at Hy-Vee.
Hi, I'm Carter.
And I'm Charlie. We'd like to share a quick story about a homeowner named Jack.
Jack had a home he needed to sell fast.
And Jack thought he had it all figured out.
So Jack talked to multiple cash buyers.
Jack chose the highest offer.
But the day before closing, guess what? The buyer backed out.
Leaving Jack with the moving truck all packed in the driveway and not sure what to do.
Jack learned the hard way that the highest offer isn't always the right offer.
Jack got suckered.
Make sure you aren't hung out to dry.
Call our dad at Rex Buys KC.
Our dad is local, he knows Kansas City, and he actually closes deals.
No repairs, no fees, no showings, no surprises.
Just a fair cash offer and a smooth process.
Now, don't be like Jack.
Call 816-330-6000 or visit rexbuyskc.com.
Rex Buys KC, helping people make smart choices one home at a time.
I hope you're sitting down. The ACA Marketplace has announced significant increases on monthly premiums with deductibles over $10,000. You can enroll with Matt B. and KC at BBS Insurance's Freedom of Choice plan now. You don't have to wait. Their plan lets you use any doctor, has zero outpatient deductibles, and it's 30 to 60% lower costs than most Obamacare plans. Also, there's no income disclosure required, so no potential tax penalties. If you are a small business owner or pay for your own health insurance, you're uninsured, you're on COBRA, or your employer coverage is just too expensive. Call Matt B. and KC for an instant quote over the phone at 816-205-4664. That's 816-205-4664. Or go to bbsinsurance.net. That's bbsinsurance.net. They will customize a plan chosen and managed by you, not the government.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers, believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Vehicle safety starts underneath. That's why the pros choose Napa for undercar solutions that stop safety issues before they become costly problems. Go further with complete repairs that restore stopping, steering, and stability. Then grow your business through trust and repeat visits. With premium rotors, pads, struts, and wheel hub assemblies, Napa has everything you need to keep undercar under control. That's Napa know-how.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Have you been diagnosed with head or neck cancer? At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. Proton therapy means increased precision, reducing side effects like dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, and the loss of taste as compared to conventional radiation. If you've been diagnosed, don't wait. Get your second opinion today and see KC's largest, most experienced proton therapy team. Visit kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
96.5 The Fan's draft coverage is brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army's Civic Breakfast. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side 70 westbound, long delays from 470 in towards Nolan with an accident that has you down to one left lane getting by, but you were shut down, so this is a somewhat better situation. Belton 49 northbound, a little heavy around 163rd. That side has lightened up with an earlier accident that has cleared. Southbound, though, still very heavy, stacked up, crawling coming down from Missouri 150 down toward this earlier problem. They did, I think, have southbound shut down briefly, but right now just the right lane blocked. Left lane only getting by. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
It is Good Friday, but somebody's having a bad Friday.
He says sheepishly.
Yeah. This comes from the 816. How about, did you see this, Mac? Cake is for losers. I'm losing respect for this show. Talk about something else.
Okay, let's talk about it. Be honest. If all these fast food mascots got into a fist fight, who's winning, right? That's what we're doing in this segment. So I think that is definitely worthy of that, Max.
Exactly.
Do we have mascot fighting music?
I'm going to get some music here playing. How about Dusty starts us off? You get the number one pick. Set the scene, though. What mascots do we have?
So here's what we have. Men's Humor tweeted this out yesterday. Be honest. If all these fast food mascots got into a fist fight, who's winning? I know Spectre somewhere is loving this topic. We've got Ronald McDonald. We got the King from Burger King. We've got the Colonel from KFC. We have Grimace from McDonald's. We have Jack in the Box, Jack. We have the Hamburglar. We have the Little Caesars pizza guy. We have the Domino's Noid. And then we have Dave Thomas of Wendy's. And the caption is, everybody knows Dave can throw down. So we're going to do a quick mock draft of those fast food mascots. If you got into a fist fight, who you taking on your team? Who do you want, Dusty? You got the number one overall pick.
Well, look at this list. Ronald McDonald looks like an absolute psycho.
He looks crazy.
Yeah,
the Burger King guy looks like he's got rabies. There's something.
Oh, there's something, yeah. What is he's drooling?
It's that or the scene from Something About Mary. The Colonel, I mean, come on. Grimace got some weight to him, man. You know, he could,
Yeah, he could throw you around.
But I'm going with the OG. I'm going with my guy. Not anybody else has his burger named after him at his restaurant. I'm going with Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas got the Dave's Classic. All right, the number one overall pick in a mascot fight, you're taking Dave Thomas.
You better believe it.
Who you taking, Mac? You got the second pick now.
See, my guy comes with a weapon and he's got food.
Okay.
Hard pause there.
Pizza.
Oh, you're going with the pizza guy.
Give me Little Caesars pizza. Because he's
All
holding
right.
he's holding that spear.
That's a good one. He does come with a weapon. I
And
do
he's
like
fed.
that.
He's well fed.
Yeah.
Dave's got a hog.
I think when you're looking to get into a fist fight, you're looking for that Nick Short type of guy, that cheap shot guy who starts the brawl, goes outside, smokes a cigarette, and watches it all take place, right? That, to me, I'm going with the Hamburglar.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going with the Hamburglar
And
with
then
the
he
third
walks
overall
away.
pick. Yeah. All right, who you got next, Dusty?
Oh, we're not doing Serpentine.
Oh, if you want to, we could do
Yeah,
that.
go ahead,
Okay.
pick
All
twice,
right.
Bobby
And,
Beds.
then I will go. I will go next with. I'm going to go with the Noid because he was Avoid the Noid back in the day, and he just looks like a psychopath.
That was the one that I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That was like from the late 80s, early 90s Domino's Pizza.
Domino's Pizza.
Man, maybe it was
Okay.
later than that. I don't know. It was Avoid the Noid. And I don't even know what the Noid was.
What's
but
the
I
Noid?
don't even remember really what it was.
He
But it
looks
was this
weird.
guy. He was like a psychopath, weird creature. So I'll go with the Noid at number 4.
Looks like he likes his hair pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got the Hamburger to instigate, and then the Noid's just going to cause all the ruckus.
Yeah.
I know what goes on in my gully at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
All right, back to me then. I'll stick with my weapons theory. How about the King with the brass knuckles on?
Yeah,
for
he
some
does
reason?
have brass
He's
knuckles
got brass
on, yeah.
knuckles.
Yep.
He's got rabies for some reason. He's going to be able to beat some ass. Give me Burger King guy.
I mean, give me the Colonel.
You're going with the Colonel.
He's a Colonel, dude.
You got Dave and the Colonel.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
You got the two old guys, man.
Exactly, dude. It's
Who are you
awesome.
taking at 7 then?
I mean, we got to keep it real.
Yeah.
You got Dave Thomas and the Colonel. You throw Ronald McDonald in there.
All right.
Oh, wow. It's a big 3, man.
So you got like the 3
Seriously.
top tier mascots of all of those chains.
I'm not outsmarting myself. This is Fantasy Football 101.
Yeah, that's true.
Take the proven talent.
That's right.
Christian McCaffrey or Jahmyr Gibbs. Take McCaffrey. Gibbs might win you a couple weeks.
And
You know,
McCaffrey may be injured all season.
Ronald
though,
McDonald's
too.
got a size 29 shoe he'll shove
Yeah,
up your ass.
he will.
Dave Thomas eats his own food. He knows you like
I mean,
it because
even the
he likes
McDonald's
it.
guy doesn't eat his own food.
The Colonel's got glasses. He can take those things, move in the sun, and burn a hole through your soul with his glasses and his chicken.
Yeah, but he's got the 11 herbs and spices in his hand. He's going to throw that in your eye.
No chemical warfare.
Oh, okay. My bad. Who
World
you
War
got,
I
Matt?
taught us that.
Give me Grimace.
Going with Grimace.
Give me Grimace.
Nobody wants the J and the B.
I'm taking Jack in the Box. He's fantastic as well. Look at that pointy hat he's wearing. He can poke somebody's eye out with that
True,
thing.
with his nose
And his
or with
nose,
the hat.
too. Yeah, he's got 2 weapons right there.
And you can't see where he's looking either.
No, you have no idea
You don't
where
know.
that guy's looking.
His
No.
next move could be anything.
Absolutely. He could sneak attack you. So you have Dave Thomas, the Colonel, and Ronald.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Little Caesars mascot, Mac. You have the King,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And you have Grimace. And then I have the Noid.
Love it.
And no, I have...
Yeah, you're the Noid.
Yeah, I have the Hamburglar, I have the Noid, and I have Jack from Jack in the Box. Whose team wins? I mean, that's a really good threesome. Yeah. I think they're all pretty good.
These are pretty solid teams, man.
Yeah. It's tough to figure out in a fist fight which fast food mascot's going to take the cake. Sorry, pal.
It's funny from the 816 now we're just getting other fast food mascots that they want in their fight.
Yeah.
816. My son says the Taco Bell Chihuahua.
Oh, that would be a good one.
It's a great
yeah,
one.
absolutely. Yeah, because the dog can bite.
I used to be obsessed with the Yo Noid video game.
Well, I didn't know there was a video game on this.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought he was the whammy guy.
Kind of looks like the whammy guy, too. Yeah, he
He's
does.
a little hairier.
Yeah.
Burger King has speed. He scored a touchdown in the NFL.
Yeah, that is true.
That's a good
They
point.
used to have him running around the mascot on the football field. That was fun at the time.
I mean, the Colonel did create Jurassic Park.
Is that the case?
And Chicken.
Chicken.
That's right. Dave Thomas is on the mascot. Shouldn't it be his daughter, the Wendy's? Shouldn't she be the mascot? I don't make the rules, man.
Yeah, Dave was the mascot for all those years with that tray and hamburger like he's got in that picture. Every time you turned on the TV, there was Dave Thomas in his apron giving you a nice cheeseburger.
He's fighting for his daughter.
Yeah, he is.
Shout out to Dave. Wendy's was better. Here's a hot take. Wendy's was better when they used the yellow containers.
No question. Everything was better back then.
When they went to red or whatever it was, nah, not the same. Spicy chicken sandwich changed. The chili changed. Because that was me and Mom's poor man meal back in the day. Hey, you got basketball practice at 7 o'clock tonight. What's for dinner? I don't know. What are we doing? We're going to Wendy's. We're getting a baked potato with butter and sour cream and a cup of chili.
Nice.
You put it on top.
Ooh.
You ran and went to practice. Minute practice is over. Yep.
Nuts.
Yep. BFG.
You waited till practice was
Stinky.
over. That's amazing.
That is
yeah. With that chili?
Oof.
Any chili.
Talking about chicken. Coming up next, Connor Griffin makes his debut at shortstop. 19-year-old kid, youngest player to make their debut since Juan Soto. A lot of comparisons to King Griffey Jr. and why these kids are getting contracts. We'll tell you on the other side here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jack Caglione, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Weekday mornings starting at 6 right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
My wife said it to me yesterday. She goes, today marks 1 year that we've been with Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. She goes, I can't wait to put a side-by-side photo up of what it looked like a year ago and what our yard looks like today, because our yard today looks absolutely amazing. Not one dandelion in the yard. I'm going up and down the block, and I'm seeing dandelions everywhere. I get to our yard, and there's nothing but lush green grass because the folks over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control know exactly what they're doing for the climate we have right here in Kansas City. They know all about the soil. They know all about the seeds. They know all about the sun, the weather, all of that because they're college-educated professionals, and they study this. And if they can take my yard from a mess to make it look like it is awesome, which it is, they can do the exact same for you. They've been doing award-winning service since 1985, and at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, they offer that full-service lawn care, irrigation, and the pest control side, which we love as well. The mosquito dome over our house keeps us protected from mosquitoes and ticks and fleas all summer long. Right now, you're going to get a free estimate and up to half off your first application just by mentioning this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com. The Royals and the See You in the Major Leagues Foundation are teaming up with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City to recognize outstanding high school sports coaches through the Blue KC Coaches with Character program. From April to September, we'll recognize 6 coaches as a Blue KC Coach with Character. Each honoree will receive a VIP package that includes tickets to a Royals game and more. Be part of honoring our high school coaches whose service is making Kansas City a better place to live, work, and play. Just go to bluekc.com/nominate coaches with character to nominate today.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money. A lot. And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ah. If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Things are really heating up in the college basketball tournament, and FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost every single game day leading up to the big championship game. Build a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout, or try live betting and jump in after tip-off. Best of all, with FanDuel, you get paid instantly when you win. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local to claim your first profit boost and keep the action going from now to the big championship. So take advantage of the FanDuel College Basketball Profit Boost to build a parlay or use it with those live bets right after tip-off every single game day. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and over in President, Missouri. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Royals coverage on The Fan, sponsored by Salvation Army Kick Hunger Civic Lunch on May 7th. Get ready to kick off a summer of soccer in Kansas City while fighting hunger. Join the Salvation Army for the Kick Hunger Civic Lunch 2026 May 7th. Score big for local families in need. Grab your tickets or table today at kickhungerkc.com. That's kickhungerkc.com.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side 70 westbound heavy before Noland with an accident still blocking the right lane. Slowdowns not quite back to 470. Belton 49 southbound recovering. It's heavy from Missouri 150 down towards 163rd. Earlier problem there has cleared. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
The Fan's Draft Party is Thursday, April 23rd, live from the Brooksider Sports Bar and Grill starting at 6 o'clock. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station.
We're back. Binkley and Chris, they were back last night, but don't forget there will be a Character Concerns Draft Special show. They had one last night. They'll have one every week leading up to the draft, and then the week of the draft. So 3 weeks from yesterday and today. 3 weeks from today will be day 2 of the NFL draft. Believe it or not. 3 weeks. I mean, Easter is Sunday. Today is Good Friday. Do the math. Your April is pretty much already set for. But they will have a show that Wednesday, that Thursday, that Saturday, that Sunday, and then that Monday. We'll be also providing those two guys on our show for all of you as well. The day of the draft, we'll have other people in this room as well. We'll have maybe some Chiefs people on it as well. I know Mitch will probably come in. He'll have a book, that's not a book.
Yeah,
it's like
that binder.
Yeah,
the binder.
It looks like the Dune book.
It's
right?
huge.
So we'll see. Coming up in about 15 minutes, we'll be joined by our guy, Ron Slay, to talk all things Final Four, all things Arizona, Michigan, Illinois, and UConn. I'm really interested. I really am. I went to bed last night and I said, what am I going to ask Ron Slay first tomorrow? I'm asking what he thought about the Dan Hurley incident. Because he does not sugarcoat anything, and Ron Slay will give us his exact response. So I'm interested to see what he has to say about that.
It's still the biggest topic surrounding the Final Four.
For sure it is.
Hi, macaroni.
That's right. That's our guy. Draft coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Look, Connor Griffin makes his debut today for Pittsburgh at 412, right? That's what you said?
412.
412. That's their area code.
That's a cool way to do opening day. It really is. I love that.
Right. And he's the 19-year-old number one prospect in all of baseball. He now will be playing shortstop behind Paul Skeens. So their shortstop and pitcher combined age will be 30. Yeah. Will be what? 41? 19 and 22.
22? Is he 22?
19, 23, something like that.
Yeah, their combined age is younger than me. Almost younger than you.
For sure.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we get that, and we've seen these young prospects recently get paid. Luis Robert was kind of like the first one. He got like $50 million, right? Well, Connor Griffin got a 9-year, $140 million contract yesterday. He's yet to step foot on a major league diamond. He'll do that today, later this afternoon. And
he's the second guy now to get paid, right? This week of guys that have not played yet at the big league level.
Yeah, so the prospects that have gotten paid as well are like J.J. Weatherholt's got paid, and Connor Griffin is another one of those. Roman Anthony was the one last year.
Got paid,
and really making Boston look smart because got to invited to the Team World Baseball Classic, Team USA. Hit a couple BAMs in there. He's there, head of their lineup, young star.
They are 1-5, so
they are. But he's
not because of him, but
no, but like they paid maybe a lot early.
Yep,
on the unknown, but
he's delivering.
Maybe
now.
They're not going to have to pay as much later.
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's interesting to see that, and you're seeing like the way this is going because everyone is going, how are you paying these people that don't have any proof? And it's like, well, we're banking that it's happening. Now the Royals haven't done that with Cags yet because luckily they called him up last year, didn't really give anything. But if Cags goes out there and balls this year, there's probably going to be a conversation about, okay, do we want to go ahead and extend him now and hope that, because we saw the Chiefs do this with Karl Loftus, hoping that it would pay off. It did not.
Right.
Now, Karlaftis was much more into his career than these guys are, but what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of these guys getting paid because baseball is acting as if when they have this work stoppage, that there could be a salary cap. Now, will these guys' numbers count towards that, or will this be something that they are overthinking? Or is this some sort of foreshadowing that baseball is showing us of what is about to come?
I don't know the answer to that question, and I wish I did. But what I think it is first of all, I will say this. I'll give the Pittsburgh Pirates a lot of credit. They've done a 180 as a franchise this offseason, right? I mean, they really have. They've spent money in free agency more than any other team, I believe, other maybe than the Dodgers, obviously. But Pittsburgh was a big spender in free agency, and now they've locked up this kid. If you would have said the Pittsburgh Pirates were doing stuff like that, you laughed out of the room, a year ago. So I love the fact that they're giving this kid an opportunity and paying him. 9 for $140, Dusty, is not a lot in baseball at all. It's not an expensive contract.
But it looks really good if you're 19 years old.
It does. It's about $15 million per year, right? That's a great, and it's all guaranteed. So he's guaranteed $140 million for the rest of his career. And then if he plays good, then obviously he can get that higher. And by the time he reaches free agency, he's 28 years old, too.
If they allow that.
If they allow that. But just doing the numbers, he's 28 years old. And then that's the prime of your career. And so he can get paid big time after that. But they're buying time is what they're doing, right? They're spending that money to buy out the arbitration, to lock this guy up, and really as a good faith to show everybody else, hey, Pittsburgh's changed, right? Look at what we're doing. We're kind of a trendsetter.
Go lock up Skeens for 10 years.
And that's the next move that needs to be made, right? And that's probably something that's being discussed right about now. We've locked up this kid. Let's lock up Skeens and let's hit the ground running. I don't know what this means going forward. See, you thought cap. I immediately thought all these teams are going to be forced to spend because there's going to be a floor in Major League Baseball. And so a team like the Pirates, who has never spent before, maybe they're trying to get ahead of that and have some money on the books. So when they do go to a floor, they can already say, we got this guy locked up, we got that guy locked up, we got this guy locked up. So maybe it's from that standpoint. Either way you look at it and however you want to dissect it, it's great for the game of baseball that these young players are coming up and that they're playing and that teams like Pittsburgh and Kansas City with Bobby are locking up their young stars that fans want to see. And fans have been pissed for years that teams like Pittsburgh and Kansas City have been a minor league system for the rest of baseball. And now Pittsburgh's saying, we're changing our tune. And that's good for baseball fans.
Not only that, they'll play Baltimore today. Baltimore's got a good offense. Pittsburgh could have a better offense now. They have Josh Bell and this kid in that lineup as well. And they've got other, they've got other good stars on their team in that pitching rotation. Again, they got to figure out if Josh Bell can play center field.
O'Neal Cruz, you mean?
Or O'Neal Cruz, yeah. Josh Bell's the guy for the Twins.
For the Twins, yeah.
O'Neal Cruz.
Who will be traded at the deadline.
100%. Power hitting switch hitter, can play every day, doesn't have to play in the field, for sure. But yeah, O'Neal Cruz, the guy that can't seem to, man, if your name's Cruz in baseball, you're having a tough first week. But the other thing about baseball, when it comes to like maybe some of these rosters looking towards the future while paying these young stars now, is baseball looking to the future and how they have completely done what everyone is afraid to do, including themselves, and that is tinkering with the flow or the way of their game's history or the way that their game is structured. Now, the NFL, I would say, I should apologize, they don't seem to care. They will tinker with that thing every single year.
All the time.
Never going to leave it alone. Baseball has always been, well, we're a traditional sport. We do these things. This is what we do. We take pride in it, whatever it may be.
Yep.
Maybe a little bougie. But what they have done, this comes from Joe Shad, he gives them credit to the MLB. Let's give credit to MLB for all the ways they have made the game better. And you think to yourself, well, how many things have they actually done? Well, I'll tell you.
Listen.
Pitch clock, bigger bases, ABS challenges, shift band, pickoff limits, mound visit limits, 1 foot in the batter's box, 3 batter minimum, pitch com, extra innings, ghost runner.
That's 10 things.
And that's in the last 3 years.
Yeah. And how much better has the game become?
The home opener was 2 hours and 14 minutes, Bob.
Right.
2 hours and 14 minutes. You were out of there by 5:15. I mean, it just, like, to me, baseball, this is why baseball gets so much crap, because they always do this. They figure out their sport, they get the attention, and then they get in their own effing way. And I don't want them to do that again, because people are gravitating towards baseball.
Yes, they are.
With the cards, with the young stars. Pittsburgh.
I mean, even Pat McAfee said the other day, he goes, God, I can sit down and actually watch a game now and not be bored.
100%.
That's where it really has sped up the product is on TV for a lot of people, you know?
And I know this is maybe minute or maybe it's a bit of an egregious take, but I mean, imagine your friends or if your kids were younger, You don't get a babysitter for 8 hours all the time, if you can even do that. Now, not everybody has the luxury of having grandparents that are always like, bring them over.
Right, exactly.
You know? But imagine you want to take your lady out, your wife, and you've got 2 kids at home, and you want to go to Royals game on a Friday night. You want to go get dinner at like 5 o'clock, and then you want to go to the game at 6:40. You're home by 9. That is 4 hours of your night because only 2 hours of it were baseball because of pitch clock, no mound visits. Terry Francona used to go out there and take pictures out after one pitch. It was horrible.
Awful. Yeah.
But baseball is more than in a renaissance now. Baseball has arrived into the new age of baseball. We always talk about live ball era. We talk about the Super Bowl era. This is the new era of baseball, and it is working. Don't F it up. And I'm looking at you, MLB. Keep it. Don't touch it. Now keep going with this, and everything will start to happen because the cards are booming your business. The young stars and prospects are booming your business. You have Ohtani, who is a foreign player, who, whether you like him or not, he is bringing in the Japanese culture into baseball. You look at the White Sox. They have a guy that can do that as well for
can
Japan.
flat out hit,
And that's going to bring in different countries for it. And then you look at how good the World Baseball Classic was. Keep it.
And you look at now, there's personalities in the game, too. You got
100%.
Vinny Pasquantino, which everybody loves, and the personality that he's created for himself around Major League Baseball. And so people are starting to kind of have an identity and falling in love, if you will, with the players that are in the game right now. And people are falling back in love with the game. I saw another story yesterday, which it was a bad headline and a bad story because it's not the truth, but it said, is baseball passing the NBA as America's second most popular sport? Baseball has been America's second popular sport. You look at any sort of breakdown of which sports leagues are the most popular, it's the NFL, and then number 2 is baseball. Now, it's usually like 1 or 2 percentage points ahead of the NBA. Maybe they widen that gap a little bit, and I think they will, because it feels like everybody right now is in love with Major League Baseball. And I do think it's important when I say Pat McAfee likes baseball, because he's not a baseball guy.
No,
and
he's
when
a simpleton, football-minded guy.
And when he sits there and talks about baseball and has these guys on, and he was at the World Baseball Classic, that does as much for baseball as anything. So of those 10 things, which is your favorite?
Pitch clock.
Has to be, right?
Yeah, seconds, ABS.
Yeah, I love the
because
ABS.
I think pitch clock doesn't really involve the fans. ABS does, and the fans love it.
And it involves you on TV, too. You're waiting for that, you know?
And it's
like
done.
that. And it's like that. Yeah, I love the pitch clock as well. Somebody said, what does bigger bases do? It is increase base stealing by tenfold. Everybody's taking extra bases now.
It takes away injury.
Takes away the injury, but they give you a little bit bigger bag, a little bit easier of an opportunity to get there. You're a couple inches closer to the previous base. And so in baseball and anything in running, that all matters. If you've got a couple of inches extra because the base is bigger, it has led to increased stolen bases. The mound visit thing is really good, too, because you're right. With Terry Francona, every other pitch, this guy's
It's
out
not
there.
only that, but it's like the way that you have to face at least a batter.
Yeah.
Or a 3-batter minimum, like limit. You have to face 3 batters
Right.
instead of like Terry Francona, who would do it all the time, would go out there, take a pitcher out. Next batter, take a picture out.
Right.
It's like, dude, stop.
Stop. Enough's
And the
enough.
whole like Nomar Garcia Parra stuff that was
God,
obnoxious. That's
ugh.
done. Derek Jeter's the same way.
Same
We
way.
get in there and do
Yep.
all his stuff. That's done. It's great. It's fun. It's renovated. Keep it that way.
Keep it that way. I do like the extra inning ghost runner because every other sport changes their rules in overtime, right? And baseball now has kind of jumped on that bandwagon.
That's
They've
the one that
changed their
text line
rules.
didn't like. That's
See,
the only
really?
one they didn't like.
Okay, I think it's strategy.
There were some that say like move it to the 11th, give the 10th inning, and then they don't do it in the playoffs. So I don't really care if it's like there or not.
Right.
I used to produce Royals games when I was a part-timer here, and I had to do a West Coast game in Seattle. The game went to 18 innings, dude. I got home at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah, and nobody wants to watch that. Nobody's
No.
enjoying that. Nobody's up for that.
Not even people in Seattle enjoy that. Hey, coming up next, it is our guy, Ron Slay, who will join us as we will talk all things college basketball in the Final Four next with Ron Slay here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
There's nothing like the sound of Royals baseball. When the boys in blue take the field, loyal fans tune in, turn it up, and stay connected. And where do Kansas City's most passionate sports fans gather? Right here on 96.5 The Fan. Sports fans are loyal fans. They support the teams they love and the businesses that support their team. If you're ready to grow your business and connect with a dedicated, engaged audience, call 816-522-0444 or email greg.bergen@odyssey.com. That's greg.bergen@odyssey.com.
Low testosterone can be a real problem for many men. It causes poor sleep patterns, decreased energy, low sex drive, and it makes it really hard to stay in shape. And as we all know, a healthy body is very important to our overall health and well-being. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if some or all of these symptoms sound like you, we can likely help you be done with low T. We can also help you lose weight, support your metabolism, improve your gains in the gym, and more with our new targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more. Our low T protocols, applied in conjunction with our body composition plans, will help most men see real improvements, true weight loss, higher energy, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and a renewed sex drive as well. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is the Game of the Week report, brought to you by Hyundai.
We are approaching our first full week of baseball for the 2026 pro season, and it's packed with a full slate of matchup series. Monday will kick off with Minnesota versus Kansas City and Texas and Baltimore to start off the week. Across the league, we'll see the impact of off-season additions to give fans an early glimpse of what's to come.
The Game of the Week report is brought to you by the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Learn how it's so much more than just another SUV at HyundaiUSA.com.
No one likes having to choose. That's why with America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid with America's best warranty. Or the stylish yet capable Santa Fe Hybrid with the power to navigate the toughest terrain. It's like having your cake and eating it too. But you know, better. Hybrids from Hyundai. It's the best of both worlds. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Shoot your shot on Prize Picks and get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's right, Prize Picks is now giving you $50 bonus credit in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, and every board that much more exciting. So don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. Now on Prize Picks, you simply pick 2 to 6 players, pick more or less on their stat projections, and submit your lineup. Prize Picks also has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. And with player stacks, you can also pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Download the Prize Picks app today, use the code ROAM, and get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy 1 Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side 70 westbound, still slow from Lee Summit Road over towards Noland. Accident lingers in the right lane. Heading on the east side 70 westbound, a brief slowdown around 31st Street with construction. And then in Belton, 49 both directions have recovered around 163rd. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Back at it here on 96.5 The Fan on a Friday, baby. Friday. last good day until about, 6 o'clock tonight. Then it just sucks.
But it's cloudy out there right now.
Yeah, but it's like 65 degrees. Isn't
Okay,
it?
I don't know.
I'm okay with that.
I didn't know how to dress this morning. I wore long pants, you wore short pants, and then we looked at each other and said we put the same sweatshirt on almost, too. I mean, the same color.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
I got
yours
Bob
says,
Ross.
Happy trees.
That's right. There's a lot to that.
There is. There really is.
We
Bob
don't
Ross.
call them mistakes. We call them happy accidents.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine being in that Zen 24/7, 365 like that cat was?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I mean, it would be. No, I'm being serious about that. Like, that be in that mental Zen where that guy's just painting things on a canvas.
Trivia question. I'll give you bonus point if you can tell me what kind of animal and the name was his pet.
I have no idea.
It was a squirrel named Peapod, and he sat right in his pocket.
Okay, speaking of squirrels, this is an unbelievable story. Mac, pay attention to this because it involves you. It really does.
Speaking of squirrels, Mac.
So no, but listen, I want you to be paying attention to this story. We're at soccer yesterday, and we're talking to some of the other parents, and my daughter's friend had her car totaled. And I'm like, well, what happened? You want to know what happened? Squirrels climbed into the engine and ate all the wires. And because it was like over $4,000 worth of yeah, look at the look that you're giving me, right? I told you, pay attention. And these
Sorry,
squirrels,
Francisco Lindor just showed up.
Oh, did he?
He slept through the game.
He did, yeah, literally. So they're I guess they're putting like some sort of vegetable oil now on car wiring, or have been putting it on this car wiring, and the squirrels are attracted to it. They've eaten the wiring out of 3 of their cars. And so I'm like, oh, my God.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's squirrely, I'll tell you. But now apparently there's like this stuff, like a peppermint spray that you can spray on
Rodents
the
hate
wires.
peppermint, by the way.
Yeah, that I had never heard of this story. And so I guess they're climbing up through the wheel wells and they're eating the wires. And because they're, it's a kid's car and it's only worth a couple of $1,000, the insurance company's like, yeah, we're not paying to fix that. Now, they only had liability on it, so it was one of those things that if they had full policy, they could have had it covered. But if you live near trees, which we all do, these vermin, these nasty-ass squirrels, are now destroying cars. I never heard that before in my entire life. So, Mac, I know you got a lot of trees. You got that car that you're trying to hold together. You better go get peppermint spray and spray those wires down, because apparently this vegetable oil is it's attractive.
Somebody in Texas says the wire cover is made with soy.
Soy, yep.
And then somebody else says it's usually mice that do it too, that they have lived in the country most of their life, and that it's happened to several of their vehicles.
That's
like
insane.
Mice get in there. So I had a mouse problem in my house.
We did too, not too long ago, yeah.
And I have like my spices and noodle or pasta and like olive oil sprays all ahead. And I got up one morning, I opened it up, and I was like, oh my God, that's mice poop.
Yep.
And I'm, of course, grossed out, right? OCD's kicking in. I look like Rain Man in the kitchen at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mice. And so
Yeah,
I'm like, what do I do? Immediately go to the internet, right? Figure out, I got to buy, dude, went to straight Amazon, day of delivery, didn't care. Got copper like mesh and shoved it up the hole, and then took like the foam sealer, put that up there, because they were.
Oh, you saw the hole where they were coming
there
in.
was like,
That's
well,
luck.
it's where they had the wire for the overhead light and vent for my stove, and so there was a little hole there, and I saw that that's probably where their access point was. So I took everything out, threw it away. I cleaned it all out with that Myers all-purpose spray or whatever, all-surface, whatever, and then took peppermint oil, because I'll put that in like a diffuser, and just like baptized the whole area. And then sealed it. Haven't had a problem.
Haven't had a mouse since we got those glue traps and put them down, because we had a mouse. Girls saw the mouse, closed the door, put a bat in front of it, because that was going to keep the mouse from getting out and not doing any damage. But at least they were trying. But no, I'm just using that as a public service announcement. I heard that yesterday. They showed us the picture of the inside of the wiring of this thing. These damn squirrels ate through the whole thing.
Somebody just said my buddy has a brand new Dodge Ram pickup, $6,000 in damage to squirrels eating the wires.
Oh my God! I didn't realize this was something that was this common and this known, that people are doing this
The
kind
entire
of stuff.
text line is giving us examples.
I'm sure
of
they
it.
are. I knew they would.
I worked at a motorcycle shop years ago, and every winter, 2 to 3 bikes came in needing thousands of dollars in wire harnesses replacing.
So what is the suggestion then for everybody? What's the solution to this? Should we all be spraying our cars with peppermint?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm being serious about
I don't
that.
know, man.
What's the
sit out there with a 22 BB gun and just wait for those suckers?
If I had a BB gun at work, I'd be in the backyard. You know that. I'd be out there all day picking off the squirrels.
Look like Rambo.
Yeah. Now, the dog does a good job of keeping them
for
away.
Sure. That's why I'm surprised you have mice in your. Because I mean, I have 2 dogs in the house.
Yeah.
And you've got a dog that outweighs both of them by 100 pounds, and I'm surprised. But like, dude, mice suck.
Yeah, they
Squirrels
do.
are just tree rats.
Yeah, squirrels are the worst. I mean, they are the worst vermin on earth. And so God, yeah, like I said, I heard that story yesterday. I'm just like, oh my God, I got to tell everybody about this, especially Mac. I immediately thought of you. Because you always have, I know you're trying to hold your car together, right?
Yeah. Making it last.
And so, if you need a mechanic, I got a guy, Nick, over Pit Stop Mechanics. He's outstanding, does an unbelievable job with the car, and he's very reasonably priced as well. But I'm going to just cautionary tale. Save yourself the time and trouble, man. We got to order peppermint spray, and everybody needs to spray down their wires so these vermin stay away.
I actually have some for when I plant in the backyard on raised beds. So I'll just use
seriously?
in my car. Yeah, because they get in the plants too.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
Yes.
That's interesting. I never thought about that. Huh.
So I'll repurpose that.
Yeah.
There we go.
See, and I don't know how often you have to spray your wires.
For sure.
But, I mean, once a week, once a day. Like, could you imagine having to do that every day, though? That would get, and those things don't go away. It's like, oh, winter's here, the squirrels are gone.
Exactly.
No, they're looking for a warm place. They're going to try to get in your engine block.
Ugh.
And then you turn it on, and then they're in there. I mean, it was like when the cat went in the engine block when Hacksaw came over to get the wild cat out of our yard, and it escaped, and it climbed up the dash and was in the car.
Somebody says, my friend's dad lives off Indian Hills Country Club. He slaughtered 400 squirrels one year. They run now when they hear his back door open.
Good. That guy's my hero, man. That guy's my hero.
That's awesome.
That guy reminds me of Gary Busey's character in Black Sheep. My mom died 4 years ago. Why is she still voting? Big weekend this weekend for college football or college basketball fans. We'll have Ron Slay on in a few. Busy man doing his thing with Final Four coverage for him. But we got Arizona versus Michigan, which is the blockbuster.
Yeah, it is, right? Yeah.
The matinee would be your first game, which is Illinois UConn. That's the one that's got
That would
probably
be the Hollywood video, right?
Yeah, I think that's like the indie film. I mean, even though UConn's a blue blood, and you've got the story of Dan Hurley, and we know the headbutt with the ref and all that stuff. And I'm excited to ask Ron about that. But UConn, Illinois sets it up. And if you had to put your money on what game will be more interesting, do you think it's that one, or do you think it is the power of the number one versus the number one?
I think it has to be that one, right?
I mean, that's what made money in the tournament. We saw all the games that played out, and obviously Duke was on there a lot, but Arizona was on there a lot. Michigan flooded it. The big one seeds are what draw. But, man, can Dan Hurley and UConn outdraw that with the kid from, Kansas and Wagler?
Yeah, no, I still think it's the Arizona game because those are your two best teams, most likely. I mean, Duke is not in the mix anymore. But every week I kept asking you guys, Arizona or the field, Arizona or the field, Arizona, and everybody kept taking the field. And I feel like, look, I think this is Arizona's to lose. I think this is Arizona's tournament to go out there and lose. And if they don't win this weekend and they don't win the national championship, we will have that take that they lost the national championship. They didn't go out there and take advantage of their opportunity. They seem like they're the best team out there. But, this UConn thing is interesting because I don't want to bet on a team that is coming off that emotional win. I think it's so very difficult to get back up and have that emotion that you had after a win like they had over Duke the other day. But you said to me, and I think you're right about this, Hurley's a wild card in all of this. But I think I got to take Illinois. I think we're going to look at Arizona, Illinois potentially for that national championship game. So, like I said, it'll be Michigan and UConn.
And Vegas is telling us that both these games are going to be good. Now, one they think is going to be significantly more scoring than the other. They have Illinois, UConn at 139.5 over under. And they've got this game at plus 1.5 on UConn's side. Illinois, the favorite, at minus 1.5. So that's interesting. UConn tends to cover the spread. Hurley, I think, at one point was like 22-0 against the spread in the tournament or something crazy like that. The other game is Michigan-Arizona, the battle of the one seeds. Michigan, the favorite by 1.5, Arizona, the dog. So if you like Arizona and you continue around with Arizona, you would take the money line at plus 105. You think that 1.5 is a pick'em game for both.
Yeah.
So if you parlayed UConn and Arizona, thinking those are the two teams that win, you get it at plus 330.
What about UConn? What about you parlay Arizona and Illinois? What do you get that at?
If you go Illinois money line and Arizona money line, you get plus 262.
Yeah.
So you get plus money odds if you take, obviously, both teams. You get a significant better stretch of money if you hit with you taking UConn.
Who do you like?
I like Arizona and I like Illinois because I go with you. I go with UConn in that big win. They're not supposed to be here. And I could listen to the other side and say, if they're not supposed to be here, they're playing with house money.
Yeah.
They've had their scare. And you can say that, but I mean, it's a 2-3 matchup and a 1-1 matchup. I think this is when you think of a Final Four, this is what you want. I know a lot of people would say, well, what about if you got all one seeds? I'm not mad about that.
Oh, wait, we had that. It was great.
And we had that last year.
Yeah.
And so with this year, we got 1-1, 2-3. And now Illinois, in this new era of Cinderellas, is your Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Brad Underwood and Wagler. And you're also showing that, maybe the Big Ten is the conference in basketball.
Don't they fancy themselves the Conference of Champions?
They think they are.
Yeah.
In football, they think they've now carry that torch. In basketball, they have the #1 overall seed in the tournament right now. I think people would say Michigan. They are the favorite to win. And you have Illinois. You have 2 of the Final Fours representing the Big Ten.
How many SEC teams are in the Final Four?
Well, I think it was 3 of the 4 last year, and they won the whole championship last year.
Man,
but you
we're
didn't
talking
mention
last
anything.
year.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
didn't mention that.
doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Well, how'd Vandy do this season?
I don't know.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, they made the tournament.
Get bent.
Yeah, not the Elite Eight.
No, they didn't. And Tennessee did.
Right.
Has Rick Barnes, he made the Final Four at Texas, right?
One time at Texas over 20 years ago, I believe.
That's crazy. It was that 03 Final Four that Kansas was in. Yeah.
Yep, that one time. Tennessee's
Kansas
never
played
made a Final Four.
Marquette, and was it Texas and Syracuse? Was Texas in that 03 or was Texas 02?
I know it was early
can't-
2000s.
yeah.
I know it was right then.
I
But
don't think if Kansas was part of that or not. I can't remember. It all blends together after,
yeah, he is not. He needs to do that.
Yeah, he could use one.
He could use one. We never talk about him needing one.
No, he needs one. He's
Is he in the Hall of Fame yet?
No, he's Hall of Very Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a very
you
good
get to a
coach.
Final Four, though, then we're having a
Who
different
needs it more,
conversation.
Barnes or Sampson?
Sampson needs a championship more than
Sampson-
Barnes does, but Barnes needs a Final Four.
Yeah, but Sampson is in a different tier. He's in a different echelon, in my opinion.
He has like
Rick
some of
Barnes has been on a downward trend.
Because what Calvin?
He went to the Elite Eight.
I know, but like it's cool. It's Elite Eight. Like you've done that. Like that's great.
But that's not a downward trend.
No,
like,
it's
if
not
he
a
wasn't
downward
making
trend.
the
You're right.
tournament, that's a
That's
down.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's just like Kelvin Sampson makes Final Fours. He made a national championship.
Yep.
Like he's rebuilt Houston. It's like Tennessee. Like he brought Tennessee a little bit back on the map. It's not like Tennessee hasn't been a good basketball school before. I mean, we're talking to Ron Slay.
Let me ask you this
here
real
pretty
fast.
soon.
Both of you guys. What if this was the rules were in place 15 years ago that we have now? How different would college basketball look? Indiana would have Kelvin Sampson. They'd be a power.
Oh, yeah.
What would Bruce Pearl be doing? He'd probably still be at Tennessee, coaching them up, right?
yes.
You think at least those 2 coaches that got that show cause and got bounced for nonsense that were. Even Kansas a couple of years ago was in trouble for whatever that was, and we're all doing this today. Those guys were just ahead of their time. They were trendsetters. And then we banned them from college basketball for like a year because, Bruce Pearl cooked hot dogs with no shirt on in his backyard, and you got, Kelvin Sampson making some phone calls to people, and we ostracized them like they were the devils of college sports. So Indiana would probably be a huge power right now.
Text line says Oklahoma 02 Final Four,
Yep.
Texas 03.
03. Okay, yeah. Oklahoma, I remember being 02 down in
Because
Atlanta.
03 was the Aldridge team with TJ Ford?
Was TJ Ford on that team? Probably. 03. Yeah.
Point guard.
Because obviously Texas, Syracuse, Kansas, Marquette. The year before was Kansas played
Wasn't it-
Maryland and Oklahoma played. I don't even remember.
Was it
the name.
LaMarcus Aldridge? Was that his name?
Yeah, there was a LaMarcus Aldridge at Texas.
Ended up playing for the Trailblazers?
Yep.
Is he still in the league?
No.
Can't
He
be.
retired
Can't be.
few years ago. He played for the Spurs for a while, and then I think there was
Maybe in the league 23 years then.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Don't.
long time.
Yeah, that's what
Long
they said.
time.
Somebody just said on the text line. Teams in the early 2000s had to have been with LaMarcus Aldridge and TJ Ford. Yeah,
There
that's
you
how
go.
it was. Yeah.
Those were fun teams. They really
Yes,
were.
yeah.
And then, but they bounced him out of Texas. It was time for him to go. They thought they were going to do better. They moved on from Rick Barnes. He went to Tennessee. But no, I think of all active coaches, nobody needs a Final Four more than Rick Barnes does.
100%, especially with the talent he has. I mean, the Tennessee's going to have another top 10 pick this year. Jacoby Gillespie may not go out to the draft this year, but next year he'll be a first-round pick. So you have potential 2 first-round picks on this team. Like, the talent's there, the money's there. You've got to do it.
And how many basketball coaches has Texas been through since they sent Rick Barnes packing? At least
So
4.
many.
At least 4.
At least
4 coaches. And how many has Tennessee had since they got Rick Barnes? That's it. Like, these teams give up on these coaches because, you can't get us across the finish line. Texas is the most overrated and overfunded athletic program on the face of the earth. They have 0 results to show for any money investment that they put into that program, and they run coaches off all the time.
Honestly, that's a good way to think about it because I'm too into – I've had Rick Barnes now for a decade, and it's just like kind of old, and I want something new.
You're
and I
getting
want,
Tomlin.
Yes, I'm just like, all right, we've reached the ceiling. Like, I get it. Elite Eight, we've done that twice. That's cool, and then you get blown out twice. Like, I'm just like – but
the
you're
flip
right.
side
the
is
flip
there's always
side
worse.
is way worse.
And the flip side is probably easier to attain than what you have right now, right? It's
For sure.
It's very easy to slip back in. Who was the head coach there before Rick Barnes?
I went from Bruce Pearl. Well,
What was
no, it wasn't straight. I don't know who it was.
Well, they had the guy that went to Mizzou. What was his name? They had the guy before they got Dennis Gates. He was at Missouri State, then he was at Tennessee. And then he went to
that guy. That's right.
What was his name?
He was at Cal for a hot minute.
Yeah, he
right?
looked like Stringer Bell from The Wire.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I can't remember that guy, but that was a hot name about 10 years ago.
Yeah, he was at now. I think he's back at Missouri State.
Martin?
Yeah, Konzo Martin. Yeah, he was at Tennessee for a little bit.
Yeah, he was. That's
Took
right.
him to the Sweet 16, I believe.
Konzo Martin.
I loved Konzo Martin.
He was right after Bruce Pearl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he was for a few years, and then the name, I guess he was only there 1 year, and I honestly
Because he
don't
left
remember.
and went to Cal. He was there for. I remember the controversy. Like, you're leaving already?
And then Donnie Tyndall.
Never heard of him.
1 year. I don't remember that.
Saw a hilarious tweet from it says Jarrett Bailey. He's an NFL writer, SB Nation, Steelers site producer. He says ESPN in a month, and it's a picture of Jason Kelsey next to Jason Kelsey on the set of PTI, and the rundown topics are all just Jason Kelsey.
That's awesome.
That's great. That is great. Because we just found out yesterday that they're going to take Fowler and Orlovsky and Riddick out of their number 2 team and put Jason Kelsey, Kurt Warner in the booth together.
That's good.
I don't know why that got me good.
It's so good.
That is good.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
retweeted it. It's just Jason Kelsey next to Jason Kelsey with the rundown of all Jason Kelsey. And then the picture on top of the rundown is Jason Kelsey.
So good. I'm looking at it right now. That is outstanding.
Oh,
Yeah.
well done. Take the month.
I'd actually rather hear Jason Kelsey argue with AI Jason Kelsey
Yeah.
than Stephen A. Smith screaming at me.
That's pretty much what ESPN does, though. It's like Kelsey, Stephen A. Smith. I mean, who's the other guy they've got? Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
It's like those 3 guys. We're going to put them everywhere. That's what we have.
Yeah,
we fired everyone else.
Who
that was
does
good.
more for their network? Jason Kelsey, Guy Fieri for Food Network.
Oh,
Is Jason Kelsey the Guy Fieri of ESPN?
That is a
It's a
good
great comp.
question.
Great comp.
Because every time you turn on Food Network, like they're not paying anybody
It's
anymore. of it.
Guys Grocery Games, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Guys Championship Cook-Off, something else with Guy Fieri, and I'm there for
Have
it.
you seen the one where he has the people over to his house and it's like an hour and they all cook in the outdoor kitchen and make stuff? That's a good one as well. So, I mean, like this guy's got more shows than Binkley does when it's draft season.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Hi, I'm Jason Kelsey, and we're rolling out. We're going to football, golf, and baseball.
Jason Kelsey's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, the sports angle.
He should just use Guy Fieri knowledge or like terminology for football games.
Yeah.
That guy's out of bounds. That guy's the mayor of deep routes. Oh, God.
He's gargling the sweet nectar of Flavor Town.
That's so good.
Jason Kelsey, ESPN in a month. It's great. It's funny.
Oh, man. That's fantastic. What was that?
What was that, Mac?
Oh, is that Mitch doing that? Yeah.
Yes, it's Mitch.
Okay. Dan Kilgore's expected to be ramping up for practice. Was that Monday that we did it? Things are ramping up. Oh, we don't have a decision yet, but things are ramping
Things are
up.
ramping up. Yeah, that was Monday. No, that was Tuesday.
Yes, because the news came out Monday
they
morning.
we don't know what we're going to do. And I saw one yesterday. Well, when we have a site and funding in place, we'll announce it. Good. I hope that's the case.
So he says, "Sweet nectar of Flavor Town is awesome."
It is. Oh, my goodness. The sweet nectar of Flavor Town.
Garbage,
Fantastic.
trash can nachos.
Yeah.
That's the offensive line for the Cleveland Browns. Bunch of trash can nachos. Because, Guy will use the Chris Collinsworth line every once in a while. Stop it. It's like,
Stop it.
All right, let's break early. Give our guy Ron Slay a little bit of time as he's doing some stuff for the tournament. He'll join us when he can here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I will tell you, you got a big weekend coming up, and you want to be on the Underdog app for that, because this is the last weekend of fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties. They're back for a limited time, and you can get in on all of the action and win money right now in Missouri. And playing on Underdog is easy. Just choose whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. And once you get those entries right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. We also have baseball going on right now. So I love taking selections from multiple sports and combining them into one entry. If you're looking for some fun over the weekend, how about you go and you make yourself a little bit of a bet with Arizona and with Illinois making it into that national championship game. So download the Underdog app now and use promo code BOB to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5 with promo code BOB. Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 18 and over, present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing-get-terms_DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
It is out of here.
Man, if your stream isn't as strong as it used to be, or you're taking more breaks to the bathroom than the seventh inning stretch of a televised baseball game,
We'll be back after this.
it's time to get checked. An enlarged prostate or BPH could be the cause, and Kansas City Urology Care is here to help. Fast answers, trusted care. Don't wait. Come see Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced urology team. Visit kcuc.com today. At KCUC, you see the best in KC.
Hey, it's Rob Britton from The Drive on 96.5 The Fan, and we're excited to announce the launch of Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series documenting the run-up to the World Cup with our friends over at 98.1 KMBZ.
And Rob, I'm Scott Parks from Dan and Parks on KMBZ. Beyond the Pitch KC will feature the biggest names who made the World Cup in Kansas City possible, plus the biggest storylines heading into this summer's tournament. This is not a podcast about soccer. Don't get us wrong. This is a podcast about Kansas City. This is a podcast for Kansas City. And this is a podcast that'll tell the story of how our town is hosting the world's biggest sporting event.
New episodes will be released every Wednesday starting on March 4th, as well as video clips that can be seen on 96.5 The Fan and KMBZ's social channels.
Subscribe and download to Beyond the Pitch KC, a limited podcast series with myself and Rob Bretton on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connects to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
96.5 The Fan's draft coverage is brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, the Leavenworth PD, and the Salvation Army Civic Breakfast. Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by New Century Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just 20 minutes south of Kansas City, where you'll always pay less in Paola. Missouri side, things recovering. 70 westbound, still slow coming over from Lee Summit Road towards Nolan with the earlier problem there in the clearing stages. New Century Ram, Jeep, and Dodge in Paola keeps it simple, honest deals without big city overhead. Shop new and used cars, trucks, Rams, and Jeeps. And for 2026, the powerful V8 Hemi is back in Ram trucks. Just 20 minutes south of the city, could save you thousands. Online at New Century Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Carter, wake up! Carter!
That's how the show started, boss.
Stop, Ma! You're late for your game, Carter. Get up!
22. You ever slept in? Missed your alarm?
For this show back in the day, once or twice, yeah.
Did you really?
It's like a producer problem.
Late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't recall that.
Yeah, I mean, it happened.
Yeah.
I was gonna
6
say,
years, once or twice.
How do you? Of course, Spec remembers because you definitely were probably hard on him for being
No, I don't. It happened.
Kling used
so-
to be able to know how to run the board, so it was safe for a little bit
He
of time.
knew like
but,
one button to push up.
and then the Cool Whip guy out in the newsroom used to help me out every once in a while.
That guy would eat Cool Whip out of the tub with a spoon.
with cottage cheese.
I respect that.
We did not.
No, it was disgusting. Not at 5 a.m. Not at 5 a.m.
No. What do you eat? No, Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
In a tub with a spoon?
At 5 a.m.
So I got back from the bathroom, opened the door, I saw you, Mac, and the boss in here. I thought, this is it.
Well, yeah, we got a great new idea. We're going to give out Binkley's phone number, and you're going to be able to call him for draft advice.
Okay.
Yeah,
That guy's an idiot, man.
Yeah, he doesn't know that, but yes, we're
Well,
giving out.
he's definitely listening.
Yeah, I know he is, but we've got this great thing that we're going to do. And so
Bink,
Steve,
call me at 10:07 a.m., please.
Yes, yeah.
If you are listening, call my cell at 10:07 a.m. this morning.
Now, he
He's
just set an
calling at
alarm. He's
10:06.
not Carter Jensen.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
He
Yes.
set the alarm. It will go off. You will get a phone call from Binkley because this is going to be a fun idea that we just cooked up.
10:07.
But you're in here because you hated our mock draft of,
I did.
of mascots of fast food restaurants.
This is right up my alley.
I know. I figured you would like this topic.
Yeah, and I was, in it a little bit early. I was in the car. Kids didn't have to go to school today, so I could get out of the house early.
Do they have the Friday off too, like all the time?
Yeah, this is like daycare spring break.
Oh,
So
yes.
Friday of
They need
Easter, they get a
That's right. Good
3-day
Friday.
weekend.
Oh,
yeah,
you only get the weekend. You don't carry in the next week.
yeah, no,
Look at you.
just
All right.
just Friday. So, Dusty, drafting the two oldest guys in rounds 1 and 2 doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I don't make sense. I make dollars.
Okay. Grimace has no reach and it has soft midsection, right?
Well, I don't think that.
The Jack in the Box guy.
Mac, take the
It's
day.
done. Yeah, you're done.
Timing is everything.
Mac, you
It's
can leave. Mac, you've been excused. The Jack in the Box guy can't see. There's no holes for the guy to see. Look at the picture.
Okay.
So how's he going to fight? Now, I think you
He's
got
got a human body. He's like the K-State mascot.
Yeah, but if you can't see, it's like Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport when he goes blind, and Chun-Li is beating the crap out
Why
of
do you
him.
think John Cena's so good? Can't see him.
I think the Burger King guy's got a good argument. I don't know who the guy who's got like the cross eyes who's pulling his ears on each side.
That's the Noid
Okay,
from Domino's.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
you
the Noid
remember
either.
that.
I had no idea. I had
That's
no
what I'm saying.
idea
This
who
is
he
like-
was.
this is
I had
early,
no idea.
Yeah, they just
middle of
needed,
the 80s.
They needed to make the block 9 in a row. Three rows of 3. So that's why
Right.
they probably included that guy.
Well, who would you have included? Who did we leave out from like fast food mascots?
I thought the Texter's idea of the Chihuahua from Taco Bell was a very good
That was
idea.
a good one. Yeah.
Very good
There's no
mascot.
reach.
Yo quiero Taco
I
Bell,
wouldn't have voted
man.
for him, but at least he can bite.
Yeah.
The number 1 overall pick has to be Ronald McDonald, and I'm gonna.
Oh,
and I'm gonna.
then I got a
you,
steal.
You got him a steal in the third
Yeah,
round.
dude.
Fantastic pick to start the third round. I'm going to tell you why.
All right.
To be a fighter, you need 2 important things. You need the physical attributes.
And apparently eyesight.
Well, eyesight's part of physical attributes, right?
Fair.
And you need to be a little bit nuts.
Mm.
Okay. So in comparison, Ronald McDonald's got good build. He's got good reach, right? He's also been smiling for about 70 years, which means he's about to break mentally.
Okay.
So if you were like, I want you to picture where Bruce Wayne's parents were killed, right? In a dark alley. Of all the people that you would least want to fight in that alley, or wake up to, it's Ronald McDonald.
Dave
Yeah,
Thomas.
people don't like clowns.
Dave Thomas?
If I saw that old man in the alley, I mean, think about what somebody
Just with
thought.
the hamburger, I'd go get the hamburger.
Look what Mark Sanchez did in an alley.
Yeah, but Mark Sanchez
happens all
isn't
the
Mark Sanchez isn't 80 years old.
But he
And
got
a
beat
sweet
up
old
by like
man.
an old 60-year-old
He did,
tow
yeah, he
truck
was
driver.
Yeah, but he was a tow truck driver, not a fast food delivery
Yeah,
guy.
that tow truck driver was putting up with Mark Sanchez's crap.
Here's the wild card with Ronald McDonald too. He's got 2 billy clubs for shoes.
Yeah, that's what I
He
said.
starts losing. Take those shoes off. You got a billy club. Ronald McDonald's the easy number 1 overall pick.
My guy's got a spear.
Yeah, and I got the hamburger. He's been in jail, so he knows how to fight.
Little Caesar is not his reach is to your shins.
But he can throw that spear to neither reach.
What if he gets right in the temple with
Have you
that
not
spear?
seen Troy, the opening 10 minutes?
Yeah, but you're comparing to Little Caesar's guy to Brad Pitt?
He knows how to use a spear.
Okay.
Pizza.
Well, then he's the
And he's
third
hot,
overall
and
pick.
he's hot and he's ready.
I mean,
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is true.
I think it's Ronald McDonald 1, Burger King 2, because he's got the shields and the armor, and then it's Little Caesars 3.
Okay.
Wow, not the Hamburglar.
What does the Hamburglar do?
Well, he's been in jail,
He's a crook.
and people who have been in jail know how to fight.
True. That's
Not
fair.
Tiger Woods.
Hamburglar could be the fourth pick.
Okay. You don't like the?
I don't know. I still don't know what the Hamburglar does. He just steals hamburgers?
people's hamburgers. Yeah, he's probably been
Then
canceled.
he's never really done hard time.
Yeah, but he's still a thief.
He's not in Gen Pop.
Thieves know what they're doing, though. They know how to fight. They know how to scrap. They know how to cheat. They know how to get an edge.
Fair.
You know, and that's
All
kind
right,
of
so
where
maybe
I'm going.
maybe Hamburglar goes 3 and Little Caesar's guy goes 4.
If you have Popeyes, do you get Popeye? Like you get coked out Robin Williams?
It's not a bad one.
Okay. Because my buddy Donnie sent me, he forgot about Popeye. He can just eat spinach and beat people's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Popeye isn't the mascot for Popeyes.
What is Popeye's mascot?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they have a mascot.
Is it that woman who's like bent over after her long shift? You know that
Oh,
that
it was
meme?
just like
She's just
yeah.
smoking
She was
a
wiped
cigarette
out,
on the
yeah.
bench. She's
Yeah.
just completely exhausted.
Yeah.
Is that the Popeyes mascot in 2026?
I just figured it'd be Popeye's the Popeye.
Yeah,
I don't think Popeye has anything to do
I don't
with
think
Popeye's
it does
chicken.
either. I don't think it has
could be
anything.
wrong.
I don't think it does. I've never seen Popeye at Popeyes. Have you?
No.
Have you ever seen a commercial
They
with
don't.
Popeye?
They also don't have spinach at Popeyes, do they? As a side?
Uh-uh.
No.
Red beans and rice is the game at Popeyes, though.
I found a picture of a Popeyes on Reddit with Popeye on it.
Oh.
Reddit says in the 80s until about 2006.
Okay. So
and then the
Popeye
Sailor
got
Man
canceled.
sailed away.
Well, then there's your number 1 overall pick.
If that's the case.
Yeah, Popeye.
We're getting another number 1 pick possibility spec. I'll run it by you. 913 says Papa John's has Shaq.
That was at Peyton Manning. No, they don't anymore. He got out.
Yeah, he got out. It's Shaq now.
I mean, he does have a Shaq-a-roni pizza.
He does.
I
Yeah.
like that Ronald McDonald's the best pick in the draft, and he went in the third round.
Here's what Gemini says. It's common misconception, but Popeyes is actually named after the character detective Jimmy Popeye Doyle from the 1971 film The French Connection. The chain's founder, Al Copeland, reportedly loved the tough guy persona of the character played by Gene Hackman. While the restaurant eventually licensed the rights to use Popeye the Sailor Man in its marketing, the sailor wasn't the original inspiration from the name.
Somebody asked, where's the Chick-fil-A cow? He can write with hooves.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get trampled by a cow. He's
No.
up there.
Yeah.
I mean, once that fight starts,
But all
he's
you have
gonna
to do
be
is tip him.
moving.
Yeah.
What about NFL
It's utterly
mascots?
ridiculous to go against the cow.
The hardest mascot to beat in the NFL would be the Skull Vike.
The
Okay.
Ram.
No, just a Viking.
The Viking guy
would
would
never
be
want to
tough,
fight
yeah.
a Viking.
That's true.
Those guys are built.
Yeah. Have you seen that show Vikings on like A&E or whatever
Is
it
it
is?
about Vikings?
No. No, it's about Norsemen. Yeah.
That guy
Who would
sucks.
Binkley take with the number 1 pick?
Dave.
It's the wrong pick.
I'm just telling you, Dave's a badass, and you don't know it.
And Binkley would have a conversation about the square versus
Just
the round
drafted the
burger.
AARP with the first overall pick.
Why'd
Yeah.
you
It's
have
like
square
it's
burgers,
like
Dave?
Pacquiao versus Mayweather.
But that's where
coming
we are
back
now.
around in
I mean,
2026.
what else is selling boxing right now?
They're out of ideas,
Right.
just like television.
Random sports question. Who are you taking in the Final Four?
Who do I want or who am I taking?
you
Because I have
taking?
some financial gains to
That's
be
what I
made
care
in the
about.
next
Where does the financial
24
gain
hours.
go?
Well, I have a Illinois future and I have a Michigan future. So preferably those two teams meet in the finals and Michigan wins.
When did you place those bets?
Michigan before the tournament and Illinois after the round of 32.
Okay. I was going to say, if you did that like in November or something.
No, I'd never seen Illinois play basketball. I had no idea who was on their team. But then I was watching them. I was like, they're really good.
They're a good team.
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the dads at soccer last night. He's like, man, everybody missed on Wagler. I go, yeah, they all missed on Alec Burks. And I remember asking Bill one time, I said, how'd you miss on Alec Burks? He goes, we all effed up. Just that's what happens sometimes, is that you miss on these guys. And I guess Brad Underwood, from what he was telling me, never saw Wagler play a game and recruited the hell out of him because he had heard how good he was or something like that. Never saw him play. The first game he played, he scored only like 2 points. He goes, I love that guy.
So top 10 pick.
Yeah, it's great. It's the local connection that I think has everybody kind of rooting for Illinois at this point.
And to Dusty's point, literally anybody but UConn can win. I don't care.
Yeah. Anybody but Dan Hurley.
Yep.
Because it's not UConn.
They've ruined my life too many times in my
It should have been
sports
a T.
fandom.
Should have been a T.
And that's not even that. It's just
him.
1999, 2004, 2026. Too many to count.
Too many UConn versus Duke moments. But it's also hard to come back from a moment like that too. I mean, that was their moment, right? That was their moment. How do you get back up after a game like that? And that's where coaching comes in. And that's why Dusty says they have Hurley. And that's why I'm like, yeah, I know it's hard to go against UConn.
Yeah, they're not going to lack intensity. Let's put it that way.
No, they're not.
For sure.
Last one for mascots. Does 5 guys give you 5 guys?
What, 5 guys?
Exactly. 5 against any one is an advantage.
True.
So, it doesn't matter. I can have 5 Bob Fescoes. They're taking down the Hamburglar.
Yeah, but there's no mascot. I would say 5 guys is disqualified.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, thanks for doing all
what
things.
about the Rax mascot?
Who's Rax?
I'll go look it up. The story about Mr. Delicious.
Well, I'm not going to look up Rax on my computer.
There was a fast food
Romeo
chain back in
Creel?
the day called Rax, R-A-X, and they couldn't figure out what they wanted to do, one of those things that lost their identity, so they created this mascot called Mr. Delicious. And Mr. Delicious was this defeated divorce guy who walked around and with this woe is me attitude as the mascot for this place. Rax, it went out of business immediately. And they attribute it back to this guy, Mr. Delicious, who was there's a whole backstory thing done on this. Like you're watching this and you're like, oh my God, somebody thought this was a good idea. Well, I'm getting divorced today, so I'm going to go to Rax.
Mr. Delicious sounds like Sexual Chocolate's cousin.
And on that note,
we'll be on a high note.
We'll be right back on the other side of 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Matt Quatrero, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
I'll tell you, you're looking outside, it's a little cloudy today, and it's probably going to rain. And I'm thinking, good, I need more rain for my yard. It looks awesome as it is, thanks to my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. But anytime you can get that free water from the sky, it's going to make your lawn look even better. And it's been a year since we called Aspen Lawn and Pest Control out to our house. My wife told me that last night. She goes, look at these pictures. Look how bad our yard was, and look how awesome it is now. They made a major difference in our yard in 1 year. And the other day, I'm driving down the street, and I see dandelions. And I get to this yard. There's none. Hey, that's my house. I don't have any weeds. I don't have any dandelions because the college-educated professionals at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control know exactly what they are doing. And they offer full-service lawn care, irrigation, and pest control. And right now, Aspen is going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. It's simple. Just go to aspenlawn.com.
It's tournament time, and this March, Fanatics Sportsbook has 10 times the rewards. Starting round 1, we're giving you 10 profit boosts every single tournament game day. That means first round, second round, round of 16, all the way down to the last 4 and the national championship. 10 chances every game day to level up your winnings. But that's not all. Your bet earns you up to 10% fan cash back, which you can use on anything in the Fanatics universe. We're talking team gear, tickets, collectibles, and a whole lot more. Plus, if you're new to Fanatics Sportsbook, you can get $200 instantly in fan cash when you bet $5. It's time to shoot your shot. The tournament hits different with Fanatics Sportsbook. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
What matters to you matters to us. That's why Busey Bank takes the time to understand your goals and build solutions that fit your story. From everyday banking to long-term planning, our team is here to help you navigate every stage with care and expertise. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbor, your advisor, and your advocate. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Missouri side 70 westbound, still heavy approaching Nolan, coming over from Lee's Summit Road. Right lane still blocked. Kansas side 635 northbound, heavy at K5, stays slow to the bridge with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Hey, Kansas City, this is Cole Reagans. On your way home from the K, tune into Vern's postgame show right here on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Back at it, 96.5 The Fan, 9 o'clock, rolling along on a Friday. Might be gloomy, but the weather's fine, in my opinion. It is currently
No, he's still
61
locked
degrees.
up, Dusty.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets out in March of 29. He's located at the Englewood FCI Federal Prison.
Gotcha. That's the subway guy, by the way. that
Jared
we're-
Fogle. It's easy. You just go to
Wasn't Fogle-
bpo.gov and look up your favorite inmate.
Wasn't it Fogle? Wasn't that the name of McLovin?
Muhammad?
Well, that was Muhammad's most common name in the world, Seth. Read a book.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure his name was Fogle. Oh, my God, it's in. It's in.
What a terrible name to have.
Yeah. Well, at the time.
It's like the guy who just retired as the voice of the Baltimore Ravens, Jerry Sandusky.
No.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Gerry. And when all this happened, and people were going to this guy and like,
Of course.
you know, and somebody said, well, are you going to change your name? He goes, no, it's my name. I'm not changing my name. Very popular Baltimore TV guy and obviously the voice of the Ravens for all these years. But, man, could you imagine going through life at that time with the name of Jerry Sandusky?
No, not a chance.
That sucks.
What would you do? I mean, would you just start going by
Ocho
Jay
Cinco.
or Ocho Cinco? Yeah.
Whatever. Bob Smith. I don't know.
Anything
other
but
than that.
this, yeah.
Lukewarm.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, that would be like one of the worst names to absolutely
No
have.
offense.
Yeah.
John Rothstein, the John Rothstein, has just given up some FanDuel Sportsbook odds, according to this odds, for the college basketball championship odds. The teams with the best odds to win it. Michigan plus 150, Arizona plus 185, Illinois plus 430, and Dan Hurley's UConn Huskies plus 650. So if you are on the opposite side of Bob Fescoe and you think that this shot erupted the championship run, plus 650 ain't a bad bet to put on UConn right now.
That's kind of where I'm headed. I'm also, like, for whatever reason, rooting for them, which I know is weird, and I know we all hate Dan Hurley.
Everything that Dan Hurley is like everything that I have learned from you that you don't like in sports.
I don't like.
But I'll be honest with you, what's going to be more interesting Monday night?
No question.
Brad Underwood, no offense, or Dan Hurley. Everybody would tune in. I think you get a higher number on Monday night if Dan Hurley's part of the thing because he's a story
He's the heel.
that everybody has an opinion on. It's not just a basketball game. Now you're watching for that guy.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I think, like, yeah, the momentum, all the hype, that shocks the story. But, like, if Dan Hurley is the guy that I think he is, then I think you guys do too, and most have seen him be these last few years, then he'll be able to get his team in the right mindset. He's had a whole week. And this is my favorite part of the tournament, this last weekend, and then obviously the Final Four into the championship, because there are a week in between these games, and the coaching does matter.
It does.
Now it is. Yep. We're looking at the film. We are diagnosing these teams. We are analyzing how we're going to play. Okay, are we going to switch? Are we not? Are we going to play big? We're going to play small, fast, slow, all those sorts of things. And strategy becomes a massive part of this tournament. And Dan Hurley looks like he's got the edge there.
Strategery. Here's the other thing, though. You can have all the great coaching in the world. You can't help a Jerry McNamara getting hot, or you can't help that kid from Villanova who's got hot a couple of years ago against Kansas and drained every three, Dominic DiVincenzo or whatever his name is. DiVincenzo, right? Like, those are certain things that there's nothing you can do. You can get all the guys out on them. You can get a hand in their face. You can play defense all you want. Sometimes guys are just feeling it, and they're draining every shot. And we've all seen that. And you could have the best game plan in action, but, man, somebody gets hot behind that arc and they're just firing bomb after bomb after bomb. You don't stand a chance. There's nothing you could do about that. You got to try to match that, and that's hard to do.
The hero of UConn, Braylon Mullins, the freshman from Indiana, his plus money line for threes is 3 or more at plus 140. Whew. Did that guy awaken a sleeping giant, and now he's just going to be able to have all the confidence in the world?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Plus, he's home.
Because he didn't hit a shot or didn't hit a three.
That was his only three he hit in the game.
Yeah, in the game. They were like 1 of 18 going into that
48
shot.
feet, and it was wet.
I mean,
it didn't hit a thing but nylon.
I mean, it was insane. I mean, everybody still, again, with that Raph look. Oh, my God.
That was the best. Just stunned. Silence.
How could you not be at that point in time, right? It was still such a great – it tells you what great a moment it is. We're a week later, and we're still talking about it and still excited about it, quite honestly. Like, we're all smiling. We're talking like, oh, my God, that was like – stuff doesn't last long anymore in life, right? We're always on to the next. And obviously, if something big happens this weekend, we'll forget about that Mullins kid real fast. But, man, he's playing in Indianapolis, too. The storylines are great. I hope his mom sets his alarm clock when he's staying at home and he's able to get up for the game.
No.
More memes are going out with Tiger Woods with the on-the-knee sunglasses and backwards hat. This comes from one of Pat McAfee's guys on his show. It says, I write Wiggle 34 Switchblade for the state championship. I love all y'all, baby. I love all y'all. Tiger, go get those demons out, man.
And here's the thing. I'm not going to be one of these guys that say, Tiger's got demons. He needs to leave him alone at this time. No. This is the 4th time. You're a joke now. Yeah, you're a laughing stock.
That man needs prayer, man, for himself. He's got to fix himself before we can try to help.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And it's not just him in his house doing this. He's on the road. That's putting other people in danger as well.
He's endangering other people. Yeah, that's what I say when these people drive banged up all around town, man. Like, you're not – I don't care about you. I care about everybody. Mm-hmm. I got 2 kids that drive now. Yeah. You're a scumbag if you're getting behind the wheel after having something to drink.
Well, that's the thing, Tiger. Like, your son just a few years ago started driving. Now he's 19 years old. Like, he started driving 4 years ago. Like, you've got this. Like, your son's now going to remember you like this. It wasn't like 15 years ago when this is happening. He's 4 years old.
Right.
And you can change this image. Charlie's looking at you. Your daughter is going to remember all of this.
That's right.
It's very sad.
That's the saddest part of all of this. Your kids are looking at you like you're a loser.
Totally.
Because you are. Because you are. And it's harsh words to hear, but maybe if somebody talked to Tiger like this and held him accountable years ago, we wouldn't be in this situation with Tiger Woods. The arrogance of him not wanting to hire a driver because he wants his privacy may be the most arrogant, ignorant thing that I've ever heard anybody say. Every famous person has people that they have around them. You're not telling me Taylor Swift has somebody, Kelsey, Matt, Patrick, all these guys. Mm-hmm. They have people around them that they trust and they hire to do a job. And these guys and gals go out there and they take care of business for these guys. They make sure they get them to where they need to go. They make sure they're safe. And Tiger Woods with the lame excuses, I'm a very private man. I don't want anybody to know my business. Okay, so just pop pills and drive around town and endanger the whole community, you jerk. Get
people. The next time I say I'm going on a date, not that I'm that important, but there are people out there that will.
Your mother. I do remember that now, yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't say I'm going on a date because people show up at the restaurant and take pictures and send it to TMZ.
And Bob, your mother.
Your mother. Well, I mean, yeah, because mom wants to see. Yeah. Come on, Alex.
You talked about the importance of coaching in the Final Four where it really matters, and we talk about how managers don't really matter in baseball until the playoffs start, or there's about 10 or 15 games where they matter. Yesterday showed me that Matt Cotrero handled everything perfectly. And I know that this is probably, for some people that are just now hearing this take, it might seem wild that what did he do? He did everything he was supposed to do. He let his team handle it. Your young rookie prospect, Carter Jensen, who has potential to be the rookie of the year, overslept, didn't listen to his alarm go off, slept through it, showed up to the game late, got scratched from the lineup. Salvador Perez, off-day captain. I don't need to tell him that he's got a feeling. Sal knew that. I need somebody to step up to the mic and tell what the team's feeling. I don't need to tell that person who it is. I already know who it is. Vinny will do it. That is, to me, a manager that has complete control of his team, that knows that his team is going to handle this, and that he doesn't need to step in. And sometimes that's the best way you can execute a situation like this. So I will give my props to Q, and I won't listen to any of you that say, well, you have him on the show and you know him personally. Of course, that's what this job has given us. But I know for a fact that he could have been the one that went out there, and I'm sure he talked to, Andy Rogers, probably brought it up in the post-game press conference and asked him all about that. And he goes, it's a mistake. He's a kid, whatever. But it was more so on the guys to kind of handle the business. And when Vinny was having his audio of saying, it was probably a really awkward drive into the game, and Sal Perez's day was rocked a little bit because he thought he was getting the day off of catching. Sal doesn't care. He went out there and did it. I'm sure that, everybody on this team, and that's where you have the trust of your manager to let your teammates handle it. I'm sure not just one or two. I'm sure like 6 or 8 or 10 guys came up to Carter and was like, hey, man, you know what you got to do? And he's like, I know. I got to do this. I got to be better. Goes to his friend Caglione, who's been in this spotlight before and didn't have this happen. And we know that there's the audio from spring training where he's like, yeah, alarm clocks are my problem. 6 to 8, never hearing him. That's an issue. So it's not, because it's weird how he segued from Tiger Woods' issues to this. This is maybe one of the better issues you could ever have been dealt with. Is it embarrassing? Sure. Did the Twins make fun of it? Sure. Are they liable to do that? 100% they are.
And he'll be a laughing stock because I'm starting to see more and more tweets about everybody talking about Carter Jensen not being able to wake up on time.
But I thought that the fact that this was handled by the team and the manager let the team do that, I thought that was a really big step for Q and his kind of involvement with this team, because there are times where I've been in trouble in my family, and it was my sister that came up to me and said, like, hey, you're really stressing dad and mom out. Like, figure it out. And I'm like, okay, my sister's telling me this. It should be like my dad that tells me that. And then, my dad probably is proud of my sister for stepping into that moment and being like, hey, grow up. And I've had those moments, and there's been times where, I played sporting events where somebody was messing up or, effing around on the line drills where I'll have to keep running. And I don't think it's a Full Metal Jacket moment where they have him on the bed, they're hitting with bars of soap type of stuff. But
not yet, it's not.
But I think it's one of those things where, like, okay, this isn't, terrible, but this can't happen again because this team is serious. This is what the Twins do. This is what the White Sox do. This is what the Marlins do. This is not what this Royals team should be doing.
Yeah, and I do like the fact that it was handled by your peers, because it means more coming from your peers. Your boss is supposed to tell you this stuff, but if somebody that's on your level pulls you aside and says, bro, this is not acceptable, you really let the team down. That registers. That resonates more, I believe anyway, than having the boss come up there and say something, because these are your guys, these are your peers, and you pissed them off now. And I thought Vinny handled it brilliantly after the game with everything, that he had to say. He took the leadership role of that, and I would be stunned if we ever see something like this from Carter Jensen again. Now, I wouldn't also be surprised if there's some Royals fan out there that's building an alarm clock right now for him to make sure that he's able to get up and be, at these day games, because if he knows it's a problem of getting up with the alarm clock, like he said in spring training on that video that now is going viral, then I think there has to be a solution. We have to find a solution so this does not happen again for Carter Jensen. Maybe he has to sleep on the couch with the lights on when there's a day game. Keep his shoes next to the couch so he can put them on and run out the door.
And text line, yes, we have seen the Twins Twitter account. Set your alarms. There's a game today.
It's great. I love it. I love the fact that they should be doing stuff like that. Everybody should be mocking this.
Now, Carter Jensen, when you play the Twins again, go beat the absolute hell out of them.
Yeah.
Use it as fuel. It can be funny. So, yeah, we'll get into that as well. Coming up.
I hope he has a good game tonight, and they're interviewing him after the game. He goes, night game, I'm able to get up for these. Like,
you know what I hope happens tonight? I hope he doesn't start. I hope he comes to the field early. Now, again, rain could be an issue, but I think that would be another one of those, like, man, I got up early. I was the first one here. You're not playing tonight, Carter.
Right.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And maybe that adds fuel to it as well. So coming up next, the Chiefs seem pretty comfortable at this position in their room. Matt McMullen, Jay Binkley, and Kristen Acero talked about it. We revisit it next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends at the Sheet Metal Workers, local number 2, at their office, their mission is simple. It's to build strong partnerships between their members, business partners, customers, and community. And there's absolutely no cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers local number 2. So if you're an HVAC contractor, listen up. They're going to provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and economic conditions. The Sheet Metal Workers will help you adjust the size, skills, and deployment of your workforce to maximize effectiveness during the times when you need it the most. And it gives you the power to bid every project that suits your business model. They'll provide the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry, along with training for your current employees. And Local 2 has spent over 137 years developing relationships right here in Kansas City. And there's no downside. It's completely free and zero obligation. Just straightforward information on how they can help grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
Men, we all know how important sex is in a relationship, both for you and your partner. But erectile dysfunction ruins sex, which can often have serious impacts on your relationship as well. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if ED is a problem in your life, you understand the impacts it has on you and the one you love. But I'm here to tell you that ED is a treatable condition, and almost without exception, you can have really good sex again. At Heartland Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men with protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, good sex will be the norm. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a level of intimacy for you and your partner that might just astound you both. It's time to have really good sex again. So call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices, Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
Easter's here, and this Easter Sunday, we're going out for brunch, and we're doing that at Hy-Vee. We're skipping the hassle of reservations for an overpriced restaurant brunch, and we're going to the family-friendly buffet brunch at Hy-Vee. $19.99 for adults, $6.99 for kids 6 to 12, and kids 5 and under eat free. And they've got all-you-can-eat favorites like scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, sausage, bacon, hash browns, fresh fruit, and so much more. No reservation required. We'll see you from 8 to 1 this Easter at Hy-Vee Market Grill.
Hop into Hy-Vee for all your Easter needs, like baskets, candy, chocolate bunnies, and more. Treat your family to Easter brunch at the Market Grill. Just $19.99 for adults, $6.99 for children 12 and under, and kids 5 and under eat free. Staying home? Make Easter easy with Hy-Vee's pre-made meals. Choose from your favorites, like honey glazed ham, green bean casserole, and au gratin potatoes. Just heat and eat. Make this your most excellent Easter ever, only at Hy-Vee.
Hey, what's up, flies? This is David Spade. Dana Carvey. Look, I know we never actually left, but I'll just say it. We are back with another season of Fly on the Wall. Every episode, including ones with guests, will now be on video. Every Thursday, you'll hear us and see us chatting with big-name celebrities. And every Monday, you're stuck with just me and Dana. We react to news, what's trending, viral clips. Follow and listen to Fly on the Wall everywhere you get your podcasts.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Participation may vary.
There's a simple reason to buy from New Century Ram, Jeep, and Dodge in Paola. They're honest guys who don't add big city overhead to the price. Shop the full lineup of new and used cars, trucks, Rams, and Jeeps at New Century Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.com. That's New Century Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.com. And for 2026, the powerful V8 Hemi is back in Ram trucks. Just 20 minutes south of the city, and you'll save thousands. New Century Ram, Jeep, and Dodge. You'll always pay less in Paola.
Today, expect showers and thunderstorms with a high of 76.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
There was another Tiger Woods meme where he's like yawning and looking straight up into the car ceiling. And it just said, regulators. I really do hope he gets help. I don't think he's going to. I pray that he does, but I don't think he will.
I don't think he will either. I have very much doubt on that. Why? Because this was the 4th time. I mean, he should have gotten help a long time ago.
Yeah.
See the ticket prices in Pittsburgh today?
No, I just saw a tweet from Page 6 that says Elizabeth Hurley ditches her bikini top to usher in spring. Mac, do me a favor and Google search how old Liz Hurley is.
Hello, America.
It's like 57.
I was going to say she's older than me, I think.
She is timeless.
Yeah.
What a babe. Oh, man.
60.
60?
Yeah. Now go ask Alex Gold if he would still have relations with Elizabeth Hurley, because he says his line's like 47.
Damn, Dan's a lucky guy.
Dan Hurley. Yeah,
Yeah, he really is.
Great
Yeah.
pull.
That's his daughter, Liz.
Yeah. I didn't know Dan was from England. So last night, and our draft coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here, for wherever you are, that's the benefit of blue. Matt McMullen, Chiefs reporter over there, 1 Arrowhead Drive, joined Jay Binkley, who wants to be a Chiefs reporter at 2 Arrowhead Drive, and Chris Unicero, the guys who do the Character Concerns podcast. They're doing draft specials every Thursday leading up to the draft, which is less than 3 weeks away from opening night.
Binkley was on last night.
Yeah, for sure. And he was letting everybody know
the draft is the most important, most watched sporting event in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing. I like, God, he's timeless.
So, like Liz Hurley.
Yeah, more timeless, Binkley or Hurley.
Yeah, Liz, not Dan. But, and I think we have the audio, and Mac, if you want to play it for sure, it seems like maybe, just maybe, because our guy Price Carter, he said the same thing, essentially, that it looks like the receivers they have are the receivers they trust because of the guy they brought in, Mac.
I really think just adding that component back to the offense where the defense has to respect it, the linebacker has to think about that, the safety has to think about it, it's going to make the middle of the field way easier to complete passes. And I think guys like Taekwon and Xavier are going to have opportunities to have much more separation. And Taekwon doesn't have to go up and play 500 deep down the field because he's running free by 10 yards because Kenneth Walker's in the backfield and you have to respect what he can do. So I'm with you 100%. I think the receiver core, the talent is there. And that doesn't mean you don't keep adding to it and getting better, but I think the talent is there because we've seen it before. I mean, Rashee in his rookie year was the best receiver on this team, if you think about it. Xavier, what he did on the run to the playoffs and the Super Bowl a couple years ago in 2024 was excellent. The talent's all there. It's just a matter of the team working together to achieve what they want to in the passing game. And to your point, I think having an explosive running game is going to help the passing game exponentially.
Well, it will, but I don't know that you can necessarily still rely on those guys. And by listening to that, rely on Rice being there and relying on Xavier Worthy knowing where the out-of-bounds line is. Like those are things that I don't know. They may have the talent, but what they're telling you and what Matt McMullen told you right there is that they're putting a lot on Connor Ember. Not on Connor Ember. He sucks. He's gone. But Chad O'Shea, the new wide receivers coach.
Yes. Kevin's brother.
Yeah, it is. They're putting a lot on that dude's plate. They're telling him, make it work, man. Sorry, these are your guys. Make it work. But I wouldn't listen to anything and read into anything that anybody really is saying at this point in time because there are so many smoke screens out there about the draft for every single team. And so we can listen, we can figure, we can try. At the end of the day, Brett's just laughing at all of us.
And to be fair to that point, to play devil's advocate, we didn't think they were going to spend money in free agency. We thought they were going to go to the discount rack and buy another can of beans, right? Shout out Billy Joel. But they went and paid the most money at the highest free agent, and Ken Walker, and they brought him in.
But that's all they did too. That was it. That was their allocated funds, if you will. But they still need to get better, guys. I don't know if you agree or disagree with me on this one. I'm not a fan of what's going on with that wide receiver position.
I don't think a lot of people are. And our guy Price Carter, who we used to tweet before when he had this topic of, I think, was he the one that came up with a Pro Bowl idea that had all the college?
It was World Baseball Classic, but college football conferences.
Yeah. So, you would have all these players in the NFL that went to, the Big 12, the SEC, the Big 10, and that's how they would do it, in the World Baseball Classic. So, it'd be Venezuela, Puerto Rico, United States. Right. So, he had this to say yesterday, and it was, you might not like it, but I have a feeling the Chiefs don't draft a wide receiver on day one or early day two. They'll like their they like their room more than a lot of people do. Bet on health, Rice-Worthy, development with Chad O'Shea, and they'll probably sign Tyreek Hill. That's what he's saying. Then people in the comments are like, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. And he says, many people in my comments need to understand I don't think this is the right approach. I'm just guessing it might be their approach.
He's trying to figure out what they're going to do. And again, that's why I'm done trying to figure out what they're going to do because they're directing everybody all differently. I think with all this talk about offensive tackle and whatnot, that's what they want everybody else to believe. They're going to take a wide receiver at number 9. I mean, they almost have to, at this point, get a wide receiver in the draft. I don't care, where it is. You'd love to have a top-tier wide receiver, honestly. But if they get a top-tier wide receiver, great. If they take a wide receiver in the second round, they still need help at that wide receiver position. It almost sounds like a parent. I love my kids unconditionally. But I know there's things that they need to improve on, just like all of us need to improve on stuff. You can't look at that wide receiver group and go, no, I feel good about this. Chad O'Shea is going to change everybody around. That's a lot of work that Chad O'Shea has to do. If he does turn these guys around, he gets the award for the assistant coach of the year. If they get that out.
Okay, so Chad O'Shea is your guy you think they're putting the load on. What is it not to say it's Ken Walker they're going to do that to?
But I also don't think they have enough players at that position right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even if it's Chad O'Shea, you have 4 wide receivers.
Well, then that's what the tweet went on to say. They're going to go later in the round and draft receivers.
That's just such a lazy approach. It really is. Signing Tyreek Hill.
And then throwing darts in the 4th and 5th.
Yeah, no, I'm not in on that. I really am not. I'm not in on that at all.
And that goes more to your development with your coach and what he can bring, because if you can go find a guy in the 4th round or the 5th round at a wide receiver and you trust what you have on the field because of health reasons or because of issues off the field that you think are now nipped in the bud, which we'll see. I don't trust in that. But if that's the case, then that's where you get a wide receiver in their opinion or in Price's opinion, because then you have Rashee Rice, you have Xavier Worthy, you have Tyquan Thornton, you have Travis Kelce, you have Ken Walker. Do you need one of those wide receivers then, in their opinion, to come out and make an impact right away?
Yes, you do. I still think.
Look, I'm with you guys. I don't want this. I don't want Tyreek Hill here. I don't want a tackle at 9. I would love nothing more than a Carnell Tate if he's there.
All Tyreek Hill is a distraction. That's all he is a distraction. He's not a guy you bring in and say, you want Rashee Rice learning from Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, when I hear Matt McMullen say we've got the talent at the position, I'm just thinking it through, and
let me play devil's advocate
Kool-Aid.
here, right? So if everybody thinks this Chad O'Shea guy is going to take all these guys and make them great, right, as wide receivers, why the hell wouldn't you draft a first-round wide receiver and let him work right away with Chad O'Shea? If you think this guy is that good at turning chicken poop into chicken salad, then I would be drafting a wide receiver because we've got the cheat code at the wide receiver coach. Bring in a rookie and let him learn under one of the best wide receiver coaches out there. Why wouldn't you do that? Because I'll be honest with you, this offensive line conversation, when's Andy Heck going to step up and take ownership for this thing? When's Andy Heck going to start getting criticism for the offensive line not getting the job done? We got a $10 million right tackle. It's Andy Heck's damn job to go out there and make him serviceable.
This is a scary thought. Unless they draft a wide receiver that really shows up, Kelsey's going to be the primary option in the pass game.
Yes.
Don't like that.
Yep.
At all.
Well, Rashee Rice, I guess, will be. If I'm assuming, I'm just going to go off what Matt McMullen's saying, assume he's there, just like the Chiefs look like they assume he's there. So Kelsey, I guess, would be number 2, but still, yeah. And let's see if Xavier works out. Okay, great. So let's say Xavier is a fine at number 2. We don't even know really what Rashee Rice is. I like him. He was on pace for 1,200 yards, but he's a great route runner. Does he have great hands? No, he's a really good yards after the catch guy, which is solid. You like that, but is that a number 1 wide receiver? I'm not quite too sure of that.
Yeah, who's the number 1 on this team?
Exactly.
Tyquan
right? Thornton can run a go route, and then
he's not a 1.
No, and then we don't know. Jalen Royals caught 2 passes last year,
right?
So you don't even know who that is.
Your number 1's where's number 4? That's what they're telling you right now.
But how can your number 1 who wears number 4 be a number 1 when you don't even know if he's going to play games this year? And that's the thing.
Maybe they know more than we do.
Maybe they do, and I'm sure they do, obviously. But even still, you've got to I'll be honest with you. You can't count on Rashee Rice to be here. You just can't. And if you go into a season counting on Rashee Rice, you're doing it wrong, and you have already failed because that guy has shown he is not a reliable person.
And again, let's say that he is here this year. You're not signing him. This is it.
Yeah.
This would be his last year as a Chief.
That's right.
So you still need the future.
Right.
Because Xavier Worthy, in my opinion, he is not a number 1.
No.
Even if Xavier Worthy works out, his ceiling feels like a number 2, right? Is that calling it too early?
No, I don't think that's what we've seen so far, right?
That's his ceiling. He's a small, fast guy who can maybe get open and spread out the back 9, but that's about it.
Rashee Rice needs a good mentor, too, at that position. Not that a young guy can be his mentor, but it's not Tyreek Hill. That's the last guy should be mentoring anybody about off-the-field stuff.
Almost said something bad. Heck no.
Yeah.
Heck no.
Andy, heck no. That guy needs to step up his game as the offensive line coach. I'll just put that out there. Andy Heck needs to step up his effing game.
Somebody says, here's a question for you guys. What if we go through the entire draft, don't draft a receiver at all? What's the move then? Trade for something? Or trade for someone big?
No, because A.J. Brown is going to New England. Who else would you be able to trade for?
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson. With what? You've already used your draft picks now, so you don't have 2 first round.
Yeah.
You're using your 27 draft capital because you didn't draft with your 2 first-round picks.
But there's also draft day trades that could take place.
Totally.
I mean, right now we're doing what my wife always talks about, borrowing trouble. But that's our industry. That's what we do. We talk about this kind of stuff. And you hope when we talk about this kind of stuff, maybe somebody hears another side of it and they're like, yeah, those guys on the radio aren't wrong, but because sometimes, as you guys know, you don't ever see your own faults, right? But somebody points them out to you, like my wife did with Whatnot, the other guy did with, No Doubt. All that. You don't recognize you don't see the forest through the trees. And when you're looking at this wide receiver position right now, they did the right thing by switching out coaches. That was the absolute right thing to do. You went from a neophyte to a veteran stud. So you did the right move there. That was great. But you also have to have the right receivers for that guy to coach. And right now, I don't know if those right receivers are there. The guys that I cannot sit here and say I'm relying on these guys to be there on opening day because Rashee Rice has proven he can't be there on opening day.
This texter sounds like someone who works out with you at the J from the 402. I'd phase out Rice pretty much right now. 1, we don't know if he'll be around. 2, he's 100% gone after next year. Snaps to him are a complete waste for future development.
Totally.
And 26 isn't the go for it all year anyway.
Mac, what do you think about that statement?
I think that's a great text. Yeah, I think the future development is really important, and he is not a part of this future. Now, if he can play and the NFL's not going to suspend him, the Chiefs don't really have much of a choice but to send him out there. They still need to draft someone in the first round, in my opinion, or in the first 3 picks, in my opinion. But, yeah, he's not a part of this future, and I will say the last sentence of that text, 26 isn't the go for it all year anyways. Fine, that's true. But with this team and with this quarterback specifically and with this coach who's 68 years old,
right.
every year now from here on out is not go for it all, but it's you're contending to win.
Yeah, you got to be a playoff team with
Yes.
Patrick. You can't have years off.
No, this is not we'll see what happens. Like,
Right.
no, you
No,
need to
no.
win 11, 12 games and get in.
That's right. You're expected to be a playoff team every single year. You may not win the Super Bowl every single year, which is normal.
That's fine.
But you should be a playoff team every year. Like what happened last year should never happen again under Andy Reid and Patrick
So,
Mahomes.
are you in more fear that this team is going to end up like Green Bay, what they did to Aaron Rodgers, or that the end of the tenure in Kansas City for Andy will look like the end of the tenure in Philadelphia?
Well,
for Andy?
I'm more on that than I am on the Aaron Rodgers thing because I think they did go out and get Kenneth Walker.
And he
you
did
know,
win 3 Super Bowls and went to 5,
Right.
so I know that that's different.
And,
but
and he's had some weapons in the past, but now you're starting to look at what New England's doing again with A.J. Brown, right? What did they with A.J. Brown being traded over, and who did they sign this offseason as well?
you're talking about the guy that we used to have, Hollywood Brown.
No, there was another guy that they signed at the receiver position this offseason.
Eagles?
No, the Patriots.
Oh,
the Patriots went and got from the Packers. Did they get Romeo Dobbs, or
That's
am I wrong
right.
about
Yeah,
that?
I think they did. Yeah, so they're getting 2 weapons for their young quarterback because
they
they
did get
can.
AJ Brown already?
Well, they will after June because the salary cap hit. If they trade him before June 1st, like $85 million. If they trade him after June 1st, it's $14 million. So it's like a huge difference in cap hit. So they're going to wait till after June 1st to make that trade. But they're investing in the position players around their quarterback because they got this guy on a rookie deal. They're doing it the right way. But also, you have to surround your veteran quarterback with weapons as well. We saw last year Patrick Mahomes try to do this thing on his own, and it did not work out. And so you need to get that guy help. And not taking a wide receiver, I think, as Max said, within the first 3 picks, I don't think that's the right way to kind of do it going forward.
To lighten up the mood a little bit, Mitchell Schwartz must be going on vacation because he did a Q&A. So somebody on Twitter goes, tell us a good post-Super Bowl win story after beating the 49ers, LOL, preferably with Andy.
Ooh, okay.
So Schwartz responds. Have you guys read this yet?
No.
Okay.
I've read some about short arms.
Yeah, so Mitch gets on there. Mitchell Schwartz says he's usually the last one on the bus, and then we go. We were all celebrating, and then when he got on, it got quiet. And as he was facing us, he pulled a Lombardi trophy from behind his back, and the bus went nuts.
Yeah, that's fun. Why? That shows you
Let's go.
the respect that Andy Reid gets. These guys just won the Super Bowl. They're on the bus partying. He walks on and everybody's quiet because that's Andy Reid.
Yep, we got to listen to what he's going to say.
We just won the Super Bowl. What's he going to tell us? We got conditioning starting on Tuesday? And then he holds up the Lombardi trophy and everybody goes crazy. That's awesome. What a great story.
Damn.
What if you were on the other bus? That would suck.
Yeah.
Like Kling did not see that. He's on bus 6 that left yesterday.
Yeah, next year, we're going to pick Tails.
Yeah.
That's a good question you asked, though, Dusty, earlier about Andy Reid and Mahomes and which one you're more worried about. I think it's Andy Reid, but the reason I think is not necessarily all Andy Reid. It's Patrick Mahomes is not Aaron Rodgers.
True.
Yeah.
True.
He's going to listen. He's going to change.
My only problem is that Aaron Rodgers eventually was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And now
you
again,
got to be careful, man. If you don't get this guy weapons,
I worry about that a little
You
bit. I don't think it happens. I think eventually, like if Mahomes is 40 and still wants to play it, it's like, all right, dude, like you giving us everything you want. But I am worried because yes, they won that Super Bowl with Kadarius Toney, MVS, Sky Moore, and those guys. I understand that. He was 27.
yeah, and that should have been the we escaped. We can't do this anymore.
Exactly. Yes.
And they have not done anything since.
Instead, it was like, oh, wait,
Well,
we
they
can
have,
do it this
but
way?
they have done stuff. I should rephrase that. The players that they have chosen have not lived up to the expectation and did what we have expected, or really what the team expected out of both Xavier Worthy and out of Rashee Rice.
Yeah,
they tried.
They have tried. They have tried. They've listened. They've drafted highly and given assets. Now, I will say they listened this offseason as well. They went and got the Super Bowl MVP at the position that we had opined
right
to have them go get. So at least they did that. Packers didn't do that.
Avila.
Yeah.
He's
Avila,
the starting
yeah.
pitcher today. People are worried why Michael Walker's not going. He has an illness.
Yeah.
So Andy Rodgers reported on that if you want to know why he's pitching today. But he is hopefully either a future starter in your rotation, which is, I think, the ultimate goal, but also is your new Carlos Estevez in the bullpen. Because then if you can go Strom, Urseg, and this kid, you could have a little bit more belief in that bullpen. So we had a conversation yesterday about the Sprint Center or the T-Mobile Center, whatever you want to call it, Sandstone, Saltstone, Nixon 5. Do you think it would sell out if the Spurs came in town and Wembanyama was in the stadium?
I think so. He's one of those athletes that you plunk down coin to go see.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Like if the Spurs and the Nuggets, don't put that in there. The Spurs and the Suns play at T-Mobile for a random, different location Kansas City game. I'm just hypothetically speaking.
For sure.
You think 18,000 are selling that stadium out no matter what, and a Royals game's being played on Friday night?
Yeah, I think so. Again, as we talked about earlier, experiences for the younger generation, and really for my generation now, too. At least I fall into your generation when I talk about this. I'm more about experiences than you can go to a Royals game 81 days. You're going to see Wembanyama one time here in Kansas City. I think you would absolutely go to that. They may get a bigger crowd, too, than the Royals if that was the situation.
I agree.
And they should at that point in time. That's something different that doesn't happen all the time. It's a unique player, and it's one of the greatest athletes on earth right now. As we talked about yesterday, I could give a rip about the NBA. I close the blinds if it's in my backyard. That guy's playing, though, that's a completely different ballgame. He's one of the few athletes that even if you don't care for the sport, you want to watch that guy.
In a world where we've seen so much and we have the best athletes, he's one of the few who's still doing stuff we have literally never seen.
Yeah,
never.
it's true. Yeah.
Raise your hand if you're there.
Yeah, I'll be there for that.
Yes.
Watching that alien go down the court, just stand to dunk.
Seeing if I can get credentialed and be courtside.
I'd like to see you stand next to him.
That's exactly what I want to do, too.
Yeah. That's all I need is Mac next to Wemby.
That'd be great.
That'd be like Judge and Altuve.
Yes, it'd be even worse.
Even worse, probably.
Way worse.
Yeah.
You want some sports stuff that makes it feel awesome?
Ooh, okay.
So this comes from Andrew Filipponi, the Pony Express. He does all those pods over there with Parkins.
This is
and all
a
that.
good one.
It's fantastic. So Connor Griffin makes his Pirates debut today.
Right.
19 years old. The Pirates are also going to honor the late Bill Mazeroski with the number 9.
He hit a big home run in 1960 to beat the Yankees in the World Series.
Gotcha.
Shot heard around the world. The Pirates scout who found Connor Griffin was Darren Mazeroski, Bill's son.
Yeah.
What?
Maz wore 9. Griffin was the 9th pick in the draft. This is like a movie come to life.
It's awesome. I got chills. That's
So what are we doing at 412 today, boys?
yeah. You're what?
Garage,
312 here.
Pittsburgh.
312 here.
312 here.
412 there. Bill Mazeroski, though, that was the baseball player who made my dad cry. I mean, I hear the stories all the time because as a kid, Yankee fan, 60 World Series, and that's when the games were during the day.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going home from school, they're listening on their transistor radio, or they're passing a store that has a TV in it, and you see Bill Mazeroski hit the home run, and it crushed their hopes and dreams, and the Pirates won the World Series that year. So he's like obviously a Pittsburgh legend. He made the Hall of Fame. He's a .252 hitter. He made the Hall of Fame. There's a former county executive who's still pissed that Bill Mazeroski's in the Hall of Fame than him. Maz had a pretty big home run, pretty big hit. You did not. You were terrible in the playoffs.
I will say I do not think he's in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
He is.
I know. I'm saying I don't think he should be.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
If he doesn't hit that home run.
Even if he did hit the home run, he shouldn't be in the Hall
No,
of Fame.
I totally agree. But if he didn't hit that home run, we would not have any idea who that guy is.
Is Roger Maris in the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if he was. And he shouldn't be either. In one season.
He had a couple good years. But, I mean, he did break the home run record. It's interesting. Roger Maris and Bill Mazeroski are in, but Roger Clemens and Alex Rodriguez and Barry Bonds are not.
They use steroids. Coming up on the other side, it is the Richard of the Week here on 96.5 The Fan. Plus, we give you our weekend prediction here, which is brought to you by Circus Sports. It's sports betting the way it should be. CircusSports.com on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carlos Esteves, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high. Rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. If your retirement is mostly stocks and bonds, you may be taking a risk, more risk than you think. And when you're near retirement, a sharp drawdown at the wrong time can do real damage. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all Americans' smart money uses to hedge against instability. Its precious metals, silver, and gold is having a spectacular bull run. Would it not make sense to get in before the rocket takes off? Monetary Gold have been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. They have the experience to help tailor your portfolio to your needs. If you call now, they will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional. That's 877-NOW-GOLD.
It's tournament time. And this March, Fanatics Sportsbook has 10 times the rewards. Starting round 1, we're giving you 10 profit boosts every single tournament game day. That means first round, second round, round of 16. All the way down to the last 4 and the national championship. 10 chances every game day to level up your winnings. But that's not all. Your bet earns you up to 10% fan cash back, which you can use on anything in the Fanatics universe. We're talking team gear, tickets, collectibles, and a whole lot more. Plus, if you're new to Fanatics Sportsbook, you can get $200 instantly in fan cash when you bet $5. It's time to shoot your shot. The tournament hits different with Fanatics Sportsbook. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Draft coverage on 96.5 The Fan is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. From here for wherever you are. That's the benefit of blue.
Oh, Richard, I'm so happy. Hold me.
Richard of the Week.
Not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Final segment on a Friday here. I got a fear of Fridays. I got a fear if you're a liquid beverage about noon. Noon? Yeah, noon. I know that I'm hard. Better believe it. It is Richard of the Week. We'll get to our weekend predictions brought to you by Circus Sports. It's sports betting the way it should be. circusports.com. But before we do that, we'll get into our Richard of the Week. I can go because it's pretty awkward. It's pretty weird. This comes from CrimeNet on X. A California man who broke into a woman's home and sucked her toes while she slept has been sentenced to 6 years
Rex
and 8
Ryan,
months.
you said, what?
Yeah, he got sentenced to 6 years and 8 months in prison.
What the hell was that? 6 years and 8 months for sucking toes?
Yep. Broke into a woman's house, a California man, and while this woman was asleep, he decided to suck on her toes while she slept, and he's been sentenced to 6 years and 8 months in prison. I don't know why
Would be
that's
better if it was 7 months.
Oh. Yeah, just round up. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Who's doing that? I mean, obviously
That guy.
one person,
Yeah.
but like, why?
People have weird fetishes, man.
I've never put a toe in my mouth.
You never did that?
No.
Would you?
No.
What if it was Paige Sporanic?
No.
Really?
No.
She said, Dusty, you can have me for the rest of your life, but you have to lick my feet.
We're talking.
Yeah. Of course you are.
We're having a conversation.
Those are some sexy feet.
Ugh. God.
Paige Sporanic?
Like, there are...
Somewhere Anselmo's going off the road right now.
Hello, America. I don't know. There's like 3 things I fear the most. Feet, tailgaters, toes.
Feet and toes.
Yeah. Toes
Heads,
are weird,
shoulders,
dude.
knees, and toes.
They just look weird, man. Like, I'm not a foot person. I don't know how... Like,
I saw a woman the other day in flip-flops, and her second toe was curved over her big toe.
That's a common thing.
That was nasty.
Ooh, yeah.
You got to have good-looking feet. I'm not touching any feet.
I mean, my feet are horrendous. I've got like a lap toe.
Look at
Like
my
my pinky does like this.
Okay.
On my foot. So
Yeah.
I know I'm just
Yeah.
tennis shoe life, man. Like, it is what it is. Like, Frankie Borelli, who's on Foreplay, who plays golf, is embarrassed about his legs. He said they're just ugly. And I think he has like the what do they call the veins?
Oh, the varicose
Yeah,
veins.
and he's like,
yeah.
I just wear pants. Like, Frankie, it's 110 degrees out here in Arizona. He's like, pants.
Yeah, but I
No
wear
way.
pants and long sleeves too. And I have the sun. I don't want to get burned.
Well, that's
So,
fair.
yeah,
That's
you know.
a different strategy. I was going, had my toes out yesterday at the grocery store, and you know the way my toe looks right now, Dusty. After I dropped that TV on it, I was airing it out.
You
Didn't know
have
if
to.
anyone looked,
Yeah.
but
You're in a situation that kind of merits that.
yes, it's unique. Yes, I
But
wouldn't.
breaking into someone's house while they're asleep and sucking their feet is
I'm
something
good.
I'm never going to put on my agenda.
They had
Yeah,
this
not my
place
thing.
in Greece we went to, and you put your feet in a fish tank, and these fish ate the
Yeah,
dead skin.
that's
it was
common.
awesome.
Yeah, they bite all the
Yeah.
crusties off your feet.
It was fantastic. Do they have that in America, or was that something unsanitary? Because I was like, I'm going to open a place like that.
There you go.
€13 to sit down for 15 minutes and have these. There's like no overhead.
Somebody says there's no medication for athlete's tongue.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Mac, who's your Richard?
Have you ever sucked Jen's toes?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. She's into it?
She's into me.
Okay.
Damn right. Yeah, not my thing. I'm a kinky guy, but not my thing.
Hannah's never had?
No.
Okay.
No, even if I wanted to, I don't think that's on board.
Not
but,
happening, man. Not happening.
No, I'll do a lot of other things though.
Okay.
Rich,
Like?
for me,
Oh.
we'll get into it another time. Damn it! Did I get rid of the? I'll find the
Oh,
exact.
we're on
quote.
FM now.
I'll get rid of the exact quote here, but I've got 2 Richards. One really quick. Lucas hamstring. Come on, we didn't talk about today, but so excited, so sad that he's getting an MRI today. Really hope that he doesn't miss extended amount of time. He's playing so well. And then my second Richard of the week will be
2.
2 real quick. Sabrina Ionescu, and I can't find the exact quote anymore, but she said that she thinks that women deserve their own basketball game, that she doesn't just want to be a mini game. Yeah, I'm tired of the WNBA being just a mini game in NBA 2K. It's not just a mini game. You can play as every WNBA team. It's not a mini game. It's not a mini game. We should have a standalone game and watch it take over the sports gaming world.
It wouldn't.
It would never do that. And there's already separate covers that come out with women. They had an Angel Reese cover last year. Sabrina Ionescu could be on the cover. So you're in the game. You're in a damn video game. You're getting paid. You just got a new CBA for your league. You're getting paid. You couldn't have gone better for the WNBA and for your players. So just shove it. Like, you're getting everything right now. Stop
complaining.
Seriously, dude.
It kind of falls on deaf ears after a while. My Richard of the week comes from Independence, Missouri.
Oh.
I'm done. No. So here we go. This is from Fox 4. Police are searching for a suspect who robbed and pushed down an elderly woman as she was placing flowers on her husband's gravesite in Independence.
Great.
According to police department, about 1 p.m. on February 17th, an unknown suspect approached an elderly woman who was placing flowers on her husband's headstone and pushed her down. Police say the suspect then stole the elderly woman's purse and minutes later used the woman's debit card at the Express Stop gas station at 8501 East Winter Road. People Fox 4 spoke with on Tuesday say while the crime location may be shocking, what happened unfortunately isn't. And so that person right there, you're going to a cemetery and you're attacking old women who are putting flowers on their husband's grave. And it was a woman who did it too. I mean, they got a mugshot of her. They got a picture of her at that gas station using that debit card. And she looks like you would expect. Midriff showing, ripped up jeans, look like she's probably been cooking in the kitchen a little bit. She just looks like a disaster. And you're an ass as much as you are a Richard to be you're targeting cemeteries now and old people. How pathetic.
That's despicable.
It really is, man. It really is.
That person needs Jesus. Straight up. Somebody said that Elizabeth Hurley's married to is with Billy Ray Cyrus.
I saw that.
No way.
Hope that's not true.
Heart for Dusty.
God.
You can tell my dog to bite my leg. That's a line in that song that was #1 in the world.
Jeez.
Achy breaky heart guy is with Liz Hurley.
No way.
That's what somebody text line's always right.
Yeah, that's what we say.
Somebody says on brand story for Independence.
Yeah, they're still together. Reported to be going strong. Reported their relationship public in April of 2025.
This is why I'm single forever.
Yeah, man.
It is what it is.
That guy?
They met and grew close after starring in the 2022 film of Christmas in Paradise, later confirming their romance.
Billy Ray Cyrus has Liz Hurley.
Dude.
What are you gonna tell me next? So like some scumbag's gonna have like Paige Spiranek?
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Binkley is now dating Paige Spiranek. What would you do?
I would love that.
Yeah, I would too.
I would love
yes.
that.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
I mean, that's a better steal than Mahomes in front of the Bills.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Dusty, she actually told me she's blocked you on Twitter, so nerd.
I thought Binkley was dating somebody else. Didn't we have him dating somebody else last week?
It was a couple weeks ago, yes.
No, it was,
yes.
No, it was last Friday. At
Oh, you're talking about
Thelonious.
this. Oh, yeah.
Get bent.
Yeah, never.
Amen.
Insulting. What is the price you'd pay to see your team in a title game? This comes from the Dan Patrick Show.
What's the
Seeing them
price?
all.
There's 3 polls. I'll tell you the answers.
Okay.
$2 to $500, $5 to $1,000, $1,000 plus.
I'd pay 5 to 1,000 of the Royals in the World Series this year.
Let's go title game. Let's go college basketball.
Oh, that's different because you can get a dome ticket for $2. Seriously, the Monday night ticket is the cheapest in sports.
In this instance, it's $2 to $500, $5 to $1,000, $1,000 plus.
Yeah.
What would you spend?
Probably the middle range if it was going to be a good seat. But I will tell people, like, every time I've covered a Final Four and they're in the dome, you can get a ticket to the championship game as easy as you can for no money
That's
at all.
crazy.
Half the people are selling their tickets and getting out of town.
Because they all thought they were going to make it.
Yeah. So because you had to buy both, so there's so many tickets available that as soon as the Elite Eight, not the Elite Eight, but the Final Four ends on Saturday, you can jump on, find these tickets, man. You can buy them pennies on the dollar.
Somebody says Billy Ray Cyrus probably sucks toes.
Yeah. That's Liz Hurley.
Still wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
You'd think about it.
Golly.
All you got to do is suck my toes and you're mine for life, Dusty.
Yeah.
He's 61, though.
So?
Are toes my thing? No.
Get a will.
But if Hannah was like, I want you to, I'd be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd
figure it
Mayhem
out.
Mac is a little, I like that, yeah. So you see that grill back there.
You gonna
I've
bite?
been pounded
You gonna bite
this
the
week.
toenail off too? Get
There's
a
a
little nibble?
tree house up here, and then, Schnucks across the street. Let's go.
Somebody says, Dusty, just get Cody to help you write a one-hit wonder if you want Liz Hurley. She'll run away.
She'll run away. You're trying to get Liz Hurley, not chase her away.
J-A-C.
Yeah. L-I-Z.
No, I was going to go, Liz Hurley is dynamite.
Have you ever seen Bedazzled?
I've not.
Go check out Bedazzled.
Okay.
And don't do your jeans bedazzling. Seriously, if you still wear affliction jeans, get rid of them. It's another pet peeve. These people with these affliction jeans on Friday night thinking they're styling. Lose them.
You got a problem with my affliction shirt? You think I'm mad I go home to Starlo?